rationale. Flip the script as I go. In control, listen close. There's a real between what you say and what you mean. It's obscene. You'll just ignore me when I warn you. Cut off your nose to spite your face. You can't help that you're a lying breed. Chaos reigns, make it fair. Show your veins, tuck your tail, run away with all that's good. Try to bust the wheel, let's be real, it'll happen anyway. When your world is turning inside out, what do you think you're gonna do? Follow a dead-end road while I expose the truth. I'm no savage, you're just savage. I know that the truth's a lot to ask. I'm gonna rip off that mask. Monkey see, monkey do. Come on, monkey, break your mask, control the real you. Disruption, harder than corruption. Come on, monkey, break your mask, and see the real you. When you're forced to adapt, don't thank me. You're the ones who escalate things.
Bravo! Now I just want to crush them. That's much harder.
This is not a game, say my name, it'll happen anyway. When your world is turning inside out, what do you think you're gonna do? Follow a dead-end road while I expose the truth. I'm no savage, you're just savage. I know that the truth's a lot to ask. I'm gonna rip off that mask. It's turning inside out. What do you think you're gonna do? Follow a dead-end road while I expose the truth. I'm no savage, you're just savage. I know that the truth's a lot to ask. I'm gonna rip off that mask.
をつけるのはシラクーザの伝統にのっとって考えれば町で人を殺すためだけど、ヌオバオルシーニの人たちはそういうおめかしを新しい生活を迎えるための装いと。
Happy, shut up. Testing, mic check. Cinnamon buns, cinnamon buns, cinnamon buns. Hello, hello, friendos. My name is Nez, and once again, we are back at it again for some more Arknights, because today we're gonna start our story reading of I Portatori de Velluti. We got things to do, we got stories to foretell, tell. But before that, I just have to wake up a little bit because I only had a couple hours of sleep today because I had to go out, pay my medical insurance, got that settled with, and then it was way too hot in the afternoon to fall asleep. God damn. The global warming crisis is only gonna get worse. I don't know how many more hottest summers on record I'm gonna be able to handle every single year. That's all I'm saying. I'm gonna be melting by next year. I swear. Anyway, aside from that, just a little bit of news of what we've been doing, what we plan to do, and also what we plan to do for the rest of the week. Last weekend, we started off our Monster Prom streams. We will be continuing those every Sunday for Monster Prom Sundays. Meanwhile, we will be saving up Arknights store readings for the weekdays, while also doing Arknights gameplay streams on Saturdays, as EX stages hopefully come out on Saturday to show us what La Pipi can do. Aside from that, I got a little package courtesy of John Hypergriff Lowlight. My annual anniversary package from Hypergriff just arrived today while I was out. Now, despite Hypergriff sending us content creators these packages every year to cozy up to us, it will not erase the sins that they've committed. We will not forget the sins that Hypergriff has committed, so I'm still not sure when we're gonna do the box opening stream for that. I haven't even opened the box. So, might as well plan that out sometime soon. Not today, though. Today, we be reading. Aside from that, why does my algorithm have to forcibly expose me to the most brain-dead gacha game discourse happening this week? Why do I have to get exposed to a bunch of gambling addicts arguing about which gacha game is actually the most free to play? Why is that the discourse this week? And why is it framed that way? Why is it which is the most which gacha game is the most free-to-play friendly? Why is that the framing when it's supposed to be which gacha game is the least pay to win? Look inside the thread. It's a bunch of drug addicts arguing which drug makes their brains melt the least to other drug addicts. God damn. The delusion. So there was that. Aside from that, yeah. We're continuing off with our experience with the sequel of Il Siracusano. We have I Portatori dei Velluti. That's still a sick name. It just rolls off your tongue. But then Yostar does this weird thing where whenever they have an event with a foreign title using foreign languages, not English or Chinese, Yostar does this weird thing where the titles which they think white people can pronounce the best, they leave it as is. The titles which they think white people can't pronounce, global players can't pronounce, like Inudi Hare Horaket, they absolutely just replace the title with a much longer English title which no one actually remembers. Yo, Star, what's up with that? Just an observation, by the way. What's up with that? So there's that. I Portatori dei Velluti. Italian. We're going back to Arknights, Italy, baby. Aside from that, just logged in. Daily missions. We got my recruits. Did anyone come back? 2 more hours. 2 more hours. Also, I got this free roll. Is Suzerain's mom gonna come home? I'm not willing to roll for her. She's a standard operator. She's gonna arrive when she arrives, eventually. Is she gonna arrive today, though? I'm fine with just having La Pipi. We're saving up. To archive. It's a blue bag. Never mind. No one's coming home today. Mother isn't coming home today with a milk. Never mind. Anyway, we'll see her in the actual story itself. And there's that for our little recap of what we've been doing, what we're about to do. Plus, time for a recap of the actual story. So, I Portatori dei Velluti is a continuation of Il Siracusano, a previous limited event taking place within Syracuse. It follows the escapades of both Texas and Lapland, Penance, and Vigil. L'Intuso Bellone. As last time, they founded Nova Volsini, which is a city within Siracusano that has made a bet to La Signora that they could found a city that is free from the families, and I don't know, prove that Siracusano doesn't need the families, and also La Pipi sort of teamed up with the Beast Lord, my man's Mr. Wolf Beast Lord. Somehow, they both ended up together, which is why it was no one's surprise when La Pipi eventually got her altar. Why she seems to be the antagonist of this event, I have no idea. It seemed like we ended off Il Siracusano amicably, with all 4 of them seemingly okay with each other. I don't know about Lapland, Texas. La Pipi's obsession with Texas is mostly about how Texas wanted to escape from the family life, and La Pipi was like, no, you can't just escape. Families are part of you, they're a part of me. How could you think you could escape? And then that's how her obsession was born. Somehow, they're still at it. Toxic Yuri event after Toxic Yuri. Right after ending a grand overture. Sure, why not? Also Beast Lords, by the way. Somehow there's a pattern forming that a few of the last events have all involved Beast Lords in some way or another. Inuri Hare Koraket involved the cat and dog Beast Lord. We've had... What's the Beast Lord that showed? We've had Gawain show up in Grand Overture, the Lion Beast Lords. And now, we're going back. We're going back to the wolves. We're gonna have some, hopefully, Fang shenanigans, because Crown Slayer is gonna get involved. Who knows if maybe Red is getting involved this time? Something about the Fangs. I don't know. There's a lot of movement going on in Nuova Volsini involving not only wolves, but Volpo, foxes, the families. I guess with all that said, it's time to start our story reading of I Portatori dei Velluti. Let's see, to the quadrilla. PV-ST-1. The Urban Management Act of Nuova Volsini is hereby passed into law. Welcome to a new era for Syracusa's citizens. Let's turn up the volume. Oh, hold up. 1100? 1100? Okay, 1100 means that we are past the Victorian saga. Fanatical mafioso. Hello, Artie. Welcome back. We're starting our story reading. Is everybody here? Look behind you. The whole street belongs to us, an awe-inspiring pack of wolves. Good. No one should have missed the Carnivale. The weapons? Secret weapon caches have been opened by the Don's orders. Guns, bombs, staves, crossbows, everything is fair game. Good, but remember the most important thing is to keep your mask on. Why did I just smoothly slide into the Italian accent? Mamma mia! There is a no fredophobia available in this stream. We are all Italians now. Nobody cares who's behind the mask, which familia they're from. Nothing you do will be punished. Carnivale, Syracusa's greatest festival. Cut down our foes, all the family that oppose us will be swept aside. Nothing shall stand in our way in Syracusa. What about the officials of the city hall? They're even worse than the other family, those slugs that keep babbling about their lofty ideals. The courthouse is right there behind us. They can sit and watch in the proud white tower of theirs, or get a crossbow bolt in their throat if they don't behave. I like the sound of that. Do you smell it in the wind? It's the smell of blood, just waiting for the chance to spill. Tonight, there is no Grey Hall, there are no laws, no rules, no order. Tomorrow, there will be a new order in Syracusa, starting with this new city. Oh! It's the popo. Unless, of course, this is just a play. Is this just a play? Is this just a movie? Kino, cinema. It's just a movie that we're watching, surely, right? Alright, I think the speech has gone on too long enough. Wait, who is this? Pizza. Mamma mia, it's a pizza. Who is this? New character. I'm, Noemi. Noemi? Trainee officer at the Nuova Volsini Police Department. Look around you. There's nowhere to run. Oh, wait. No, this is actually happening. It's the police here. According to the new Urban Management Act, even members of the Dodici family must undergo a background check and standard registration prior to entering Nuova Volsini. Your previous acts of violence are on record, and the violence? We'll go with that. Your planning will not go unpunished. Illegal ownership and usage of weapons is a serious crime. Where do you think you are? Here, Nuova Volsini has no place for family. And cut. End scene. It's a movie. They're filming! I thought I had it all memorized. I don't know why. She was just acting. She doesn't actually have an Italian accent. She, him, I don't know. There are only a few days until the Carnivale, you know, Amy? We need to finish this soon. Sorry, I didn't think that my first task as a trainee would be shooting a movie. Are you nervous because of the camera? Or because of the scene in front of you looks real? If it's the former, look at these blokes here. I'm nervous that they'll let... This is my headcanon is that this guy is from, what's that place? Rankwood. This guy's Colombian, he's from Rankwood, he has an American accent. As a former, look at these blokes over here. I'm nervous that they'll slip the names of their favorite pizzerias while trying to say their lines. I worked at my papa's pizzeria before I started police school. Anyway, you look good on screen and have a decent memories, and you're probably the best one on the job. If it's the latter, you're a graduate of Syracuse's first police academy. You're gonna have to stare into the eyes of the wise guys at some point. It's your job. Huh. Both, I guess. I promised Papa that I'd finish my training and become a cop. I'll get my job done, whatever it is. Please let me have another go. Alright, Venetians, here we go for another take. We want a lunch break. 3, 2, 1, action! Oh! Hey, yo! It's Leontuzo and Penance. Also, looking kinda slick there, my guy! Since when were your shoulders this broad, my guy? What do you think? What answer would you like to hear? Maybe the actors playing the mafiosi should act more intimidating? Show just how far Nova Volsini has come. Or maybe you don't like how the Venezia trucking is involved in the filming, but at the least, they have not attempted to challenge Nova Volsini's new Urban Management Act. What's up, Hermit? Absolute cinema. They're just providing employees as extras. They didn't even ask for ad space in the promotional video. You know I'm not doing this because I like it. I don't know. You look pretty happy in the limelight. Senor, it's time to shoot your speech. Be right there. Oh, what? They're actors now? I'll make sure they know I'm just the acting mayor. You're a mayor now? Shit. If this was easy to get your own territory in Sirgazano, maybe we wouldn't have lost your dad. A grand festival. Formal inauguration as mayor, a promotional video, your face in every corner of the city, so no one would miss it. Talked about this, Lavinia. We've done a lot in this new city. We founded a new city hall, enacted the new Urban Management Act, and put in place policies that exclude the mafioso order. But we have yet to face the biggest questions head-on from Senora Cecilia, the other family that have designs on the new city. Is there a better time than now? Here, at the 1-year anniversary of Nuova Volsini, we have all invited our citizens, even friends from abroad, to come to Nuova Volsini. Have to say that Leon's sprite head looks a bit screenshotted. His head seems too small for his newly enlarged torso. What are these proportions? We have revived the word of Carnevale, which has not been used in the last half-century, and given it new meaning in order to demonstrate this country can and will change the old things that bind it. It starts with this city. But how will painting a target on your back contribute to what you've all said? You need a banner. And the family of Siracusa are waiting for a target that they can attack and harm. Just because the family have kept a low profile doesn't mean they've given up on controlling this city. They have their eyes on you. I'm not afraid of them. I won't let them have their way. Not again. I know how you feel, Leon. But what we need right now is not a reckless declaration of war. You need to protect yourself. I don't want to see you. Hey, yo? Senor, are you ready? Coming. The trucks will have to be returned to the Union as soon as the shooting is done. They're needed for the festival preparations. I know, half a day is as much as the Union can give us. Don't worry, it's all been arranged. I need to go. A lot to do at the courts. Is there trouble? Nothing major, some issues with a few companies' registrations. Their nose for loopholes in the law would put my law school classmates to shame. About dinner. There's leftover pasta in the fridge. Help yourself. Hey, yo! They live together? Hey, yo! Let's go! No, what I mean is, I promised to join Dimitri for dinner tonight. I can't avoid him forever. Dimitri! That smug-looking motherfucker, he's back. Hello, Texas Lapland. We're beginning our read-through of our story reading. They're totally dating, for real. Nah, they're just roommates. They're just roommates, guys. It's okay, they're just roommates. Take care of yourself, Leon. Keep an eye on the camera's indicator lights, senor. We can begin when you're ready. Alright. My man, Vigil. Good evening, citizens. It is my honor to speak to you today as a citizen of Nova Volsini. I bring you an invitation. Welcome to a new era for Syracuse. Who is this? Oh! That's a new 5-star. Apprentice Taylor. Here. I had to walk 5 blocks and stand in queue to buy this salami. And this wine is the best from Nono's collection. But he's not in shape to drink anymore. Good little Taylor. You're a good kid. There's so little to do at night in Nova Volsini. In the old days on a night like this. Cocky whistling. I can't really whistle. Cut it out, Lucino. It's so damn dumb. I warned you the last time when we tried to show off the jargon you learned from movies. Imitating a mafioso doesn't make you one. Besides, just get real and stick to Taylor. Yes, sir. Alright, you got your wine and salami. I got to go. Going already? Thought you'd be pestering us for stories about the Familia again. Nona found out I was hanging out with you. Yeah, she doesn't want. And you want to be somebody. What are you doing outside, Lucino? Who is this? The cops are stepping up their patrols ahead of the Carnivale. Don't let them catch you roaming on the streets. Who is this? Oh, it's Nono. Nono's calling. That old man. Everybody respected us and feared us back in the day. Now we're letting an old tailor like Umberto walk over us. Ah, sure. Follow the rules or whatever, or wherever you end up, but the rule of Nuovo Volsini is to throw all the rules out. In big family with a seat in the Grey Hall, like the Saluzzo, have to keep their tail firmly between their legs here. How times have changed. Saluzzo. I'm going in. No, the tailor. No. Ah, not as grizzled as I thought you would be. No, Umberto. The suit's already packed. You remember where to deliver it to, right? Yes. Back right away if the customer doesn't even have requests after trying it on. I know this is a special client. I know you've always wanted to meet the real VIPs. I know, you've said it many times. I'll get your medicine on the way and come back as soon as I've made the delivery. Don't worry, just get some rest. Why is he such a good egg? Why is this good egg gonna get involved with a bunch of psychopaths? Like Lapland. Change is happening around us. Slowly but surely, we could all see it. We are taking back what should have been ours all along. Our lives. Our courage. The burden of history weighs heavy. Sometimes we find our feet mired in the past. But we will keep walking. We will never stop. We are still strong. Ominous music. 9:30 p.m. Oh! Okay. New NPC added to NPC jail? Okay. Judging by her sprite alone, I'ma guess that she's probably, as of now at least, she doesn't look like playable operator material. I feel like she's not as detailed as she could be if they were planning to make her a playable operator. I don't know, that's just me, but she is more designed than the usual sprite. Anxious truck driver. Hey, I came here first. You're cutting the line. Which company do you represent, sir? I'm with the Truckers Union. I have important documents that I need Judge Lavinia to take care of today. I have an appointment with her. How important? Will it bring hundreds of millions of florins in investments to Nova Volsini? Well, no. And it's nothing particularly urgent. I suggest that you remain patient while important business is being discussed behind those doors, involving numbers you can't even fathom. That's the biggest contribution that you can make to the city. Must remind you, Judge Levine, that law is founded upon the principle of fairness and no one should receive special treatment. It is difficult not to suspect that you fraudulently target companies under the Saluzzo banner out of your own prejudice against us. Did you say prejudice? It is past 9 in the evening, senor. Did you think I volunteered to do overtime, unpaid, and go through the ordeal of sitting in a room with you, just so I could satisfy my prejudice? Here's Saluzzo Vino's previous submission for their new winery, which lists 130 security personnel. Here's the revised submission, which instead lists 30 logistics personnel, 50 winemakers, and 50 technical personnel. Yes, the Saluzzo definitely want to make a new quote-unquote winery. I'm sure that you guys would be fine if we switch up the logistics. You don't need that many security, you need actual winemakers, right? Wink wink. You don't have to respect me, senor, but the least you could do is respect the new Urban Management Act. Have a modicum of common sense. What will it take for you to stop breathing down our necks? Easy. Nuova Volsini welcomes any honest business with open arms, but there is no place here for dishonest familia. Saluzzo can sell his wine to Lithuanian, Colombia, even Ursus for all I care. But not a single shelf in Nova Volsini will carry wine bearing the label of Saluzzo's new winery until it passes the qualification audit. Have I read Lapland's manga yet? Not yet. I'll give it to you, Judge Lavinia. Not one government or court employee has dared to talk to us like this in the entire history of Siracusa. The law of Nuova Volsini bends for no one. Get used to it, or things are only going to get harder for you. I've already wasted too much time with Saluzzo wines today, senor. Kindly remove yourself from my office and remove your men from my door, because they're in the way of that lady outside. I heard the impertinence that you showed towards her. She deserves an apology. Just business going on in Siracusa. Good evening. Judge Lavinia. Sorry to take up your time, but please take a look at this. It's the dispatch record of the Truckers Union in recent days, recording the driver, cargo route, and time of every dispatch. There's so much that it took quite a while to put together. I would like you to review it. Thanks. It's very detailed, but why are you asking me to review it? You said logistics around the Carnivale is really important and to be on guard of smugglers. Yes, but it was just a reminder. Besides, you're the president of the Truckers Union. Irini? You can make your own judgment. Oh, you recognize me. It's not like we haven't met before. The most diligent driver in Nova Volsini and the most trusted leader of Nova Volsini Freight Workers and Truck Drivers Mutual Aid Association. They're really laying it thick with the dialogue. It's like, hello there, new character, here is your entire backstory and context to why you're here. Welcome. Totally not. Totally not completely stilted dialogue. It's always just going to be the Truckers Union to us. Without workers and drivers like you, there would be no Nova Volsini. You should be proud of yourselves. Yeah! No workers, no labor. Thank you. I'll take the report. Thank you for your vigilance. I trust your judgment. Is there anything else? Well, the list of the new truck drivers that we submitted last week hasn't been approved yet. I would like to provide my assurance for one of the names on the list. You understand, Irini, that we were very thorough about the background checks for truck drivers. Oh, of course, I know logistics is very important to Nova Volsini. We can't just give the family a chance to get their foot in. A reproba from Ursus with almost no social relations and whose past is virtually unknown. You do see my concern, right? Reproba? What's a reproba again? Is it a snake? Reproba. What race is a reproba? I promise she has nothing to do with the mafia, and she's a great driver. Her resume is like this because she's had some hard luck. She really needs a job right now. I'm thinking, Judge Lavinia, the laws of Nova Volsini protects us from the mafia, yes. But when our citizens need help, perhaps... Oh, I don't mean to pressure you. You should deal with it whenever you may see fit. You're too wound up, Irini. I can see that you're trying to keep your distance from me. I really like you and Senor Bellone. Judge Lavinia, I really do. Thanks. Same for Somer. Somer? Somer, the driver who came with you to Nova Volsini? The one with a lighter in his hand? Probably another word for criminals? Reproba. Like a reprobate? Damn. You remember, he's my best friend. We came to Nova Volsini a year ago. Back then, City Hall's notice about Truckers Union has been up for a month, but no one dared to apply, fearing the mafia's reprisals. Somera and I read it a few times and were about to leave when you and Senor Bellone stopped us. We stood before the notice longer than anyone else. We came before we couldn't stay in... We came because we couldn't stay in Sicilia. I need to take a drink of my water. I remember what you taught me. I don't mean to make this awkward, but my life would be very different without you. I know you don't want the family, I mean companies, to interfere in Nova Volsini's logistics, and I know they haven't given up on it. The result, however, is that the Truckers Union has become the only legal transportation organization, and it is growing by the day. All our drivers have something in their past that they're not proud of before they came to Nova Volsini. Anyway, we're all looking for a fresh start, a second chance. That's why you don't want to be seen too close to City Hall or the courts. Yes. I know, there are many things that will take time to get there. But I promise you that the Mafia will never get a foothold in the Truckers Union. And I voted for Senor Bellone when he ran for mayor. Everyone can see how well he's done as acting mayor in the past year. I'm sure... Grumble, grumble. She's hungry. Oh. Haven't had dinner yet? I'm fine. I'm not hungry yet. I still have some pizza here. You don't mind that it's gotten a little cold? I can't possibly. Think of it as helping me out. It's too much for me to finish on my own, and we can't very well talk about work on an empty stomach, can we? Besides, there's no greater crime in Siracusa than letting good authentic pizza go to waste. Mamma mia, all the Italian tropes. If you put it that way, I guess it would be rude to refuse. Tell me more about the present state of the Truckers Union, Irini. Okay. Average pizza sauce last month is up 5 times from previous months. Oh, I mean dispatches. And this pizza sauce is really good. Maybe we should finish our dinner first. Right. So, Mafia desperately trying to get a foothold anywhere that they can find. Problem is, the only legal transport organization right now is the Truckers Union. How do they play into this? A friend once said something that really left an impression on me. Our power comes from the very lives we have created. Our power will protect all that we have built. 10:50 p.m. They're not dead! Ayo, they're not dead! Capone and Wolf Guy are still alive! Are they still Lapland's cronies? That's a fifth slice of pizza and third glass of juice that you just eliminated. Are you that hungry? Shut up and drink this concentrated juice. Gambino and Capone are still alive. Ugh, it's so damn sour. Screw up this mission because this will makes me throw up. Whose head am I gonna give the boss? Yours? Live with it. I just picked it up off the shelf. Nobody uses this frontage road anyway. Besides, it's just transporting a bunch of tires. What could go wrong? No need to get all worked up about an unimportant job like this. I'm tired of listening to your complaints for the past 2 months, Gambino. Haven't you figured out our new boss yet? Trying too hard to show off in front of him will only have the opposite effect. Fresh meat like us needs to prove ourselves not with talk, but with actual results from jobs, even these unimportant ones. Well, ain't you the model employee, Capone? I thought you would at least show a little bit of, I don't know, shame. There's hardly any place for Sicilian in Syracuse these days. They're too funny to die? Yes. Also, they're not working for Lapland anymore. I'm not a Sicilian anymore. It's your shame, not mine. I just want to get my Nova Volsini citizenship sooner rather than later. All the work I put in over the past 6 months, all the guaranteed money I paid, and I'm only halfway to the required points. Halfway? You've got 50 more points than I do. Have you been doing community service while I wasn't looking? Shut your crap, Gambino. We're on our last chance and you know it. Keep your eyes sharp on the street. It should be coming any time now. Got any pizza left? One. Is pizza the only food here in Nova Volsini? Is pizza the only Italian food that Hypergriff knows exists? Bro! Kazuo, it's so cold. How do you even manage to eat this? Am I saying that right? Any Italians in chat? 11 p.m. Ugh, too late. Voice on the phone. You're late, Leon. Who is this? I'm sorry, it's been a really busy day. Still working on your inaugural speech. Well, that too. We're planning a birthday party for an entire city. It's not quite the same as planning a party at home, is it? I'm surprised. You still remember. Of course I do. Did you think I was going to forget how you bought ginger ale instead of beer for the banquet and pocketed the difference to buy a car? Well, I guess that did happen. Who is this, Texas? You sound distracted, Dimitri. Oh, it's Dimitri. Okay, got it. What do I? It's nothing. I guess it's been too long since we last saw each other. Take her on your way, Leo. I'd have taken that as a threat if we weren't in Nova Volsini. Enough joking and hurry up. I'm waiting in the seat by the window. Leon Tuzo hangs up. He has not seen the man on the other side of the phone for a year now. He knows what he wants and how to decline his offer. Leon Tuzo shakes his head at the thought of the reunion, which promises to be less than pleasant one. A beam of light shines on his face. Oh! An assassination attempt! What the? Who drives like that? Wait, that vehicle. Lapland? Is Lapland gonna ram another truck? Why is she... Hold up. Hey, what's going on with my steering wheel? Ah! A planned assassination? Someone cut the breaker fluids? They tried to kill Mr. Mayor? Keep your distance, it's dangerous. Out of the way! Make way for the stretcher! Senor, can you heal me? Hang in there! The ambulance is almost here. I'm sorry, but he's got playable character plot armor. You're never gonna get me to feel any fear for any playable character in Arknights. Come on, bro. We're 6 years into this fucking game. He is in no way close to dying at all. Where am I? Stay still, senor. You've lost a lot of blood. Who is that? Last thing Leontuza remembers before he loses consciousness is a blurry, yellow silhouette. Suzumama? She was the assassin? A taxi. A yellow silhouette. No, never mind. It was a car. It was a taxi. The Carnivale has brought countless visitors from Siracusa and beyond to Nova Volsini. This taxi does not seem different from any of the other that carries visitors across the city. Except for the great strange shadow that it wears. Okay, never mind. Fine. I did not speak too soon. It was Lapland. Why did Lapland try to kill Vigil? I thought we were all over this. I thought we were all friends by the end of Il Circusano. But also, maybe Senor De Lupo said something to her. The talk about playable operators' plot armor is kind of funny now, but you won't spoil. Shut the fuck up, Artie. Even if something happens in the future, so-called dead playable characters aren't dead forever, surely. I don't believe in Hypergriff that way. This is her leitmotif now! Not cast by the towering buildings nor a trick of the neon lights, it is the shadow of a wolf. The taxi slithers through the city like a ghost, carrying a wolf from the wilderness. Slower, Lapland. What? The ageless, deathless Senor De Lupi afraid of getting thrown out of a car? It's your car that I'm worried about. Keep driving it like this and it'll fall apart. We managed to get it fixed when it was just a bunch of scrap metal lying out there in the wilderness. It's strong. Trust it. Or do you not trust my driving skills? I don't fool around with all my life, except when necessary. Don't want the police to find you and throw you in jail, or the mafia to find you and throw you out into the meat grinder, do we? At least, not yet. We're not getting better at reading each other's minds, Saro. We still have a Carnivale to go to after all. I thought you would scold the Carnivale for lacking in revenue, seeing all the colorful lights and balloons that line the streets. Of course not. Carnivale has been a thing for centuries, dating back to when Siracusa was just a backwater province of Lithuania. The Lupo of Siracusa found that they were still restless and uneasy even after getting their own city and the order of the Familia. And so, for a few days in a year, the family run amok in the city, settling scores, fighting over territory, or simply engaging in wanton violence. Assault, arson, robbery, murder. Everything was fair game as long as you had your mask on. The first thing Senora Cecilia did when she came to power was abolish the festival, but Nova Volsini has persuaded her to permit its revival. They hope that reviving the festival without the brutality and cruelty would give this blank city a new meaning, and a sense of belonging for the people who come to seek out a new life. Is that not Carnivale? A wonderful thing. Have we gotten into poetry now? Showmanship is beyond mortal hell to Lapland. Oh, just excited about it. I promise that the Reborn Festival will be an unforgettable one for everyone, the Lupi included. I hope you remember our agreement. This round is coming to a close. Do not disappoint me, Lapland. As I said, our battle will continue for thousands upon thousands of years. Were we right? Wait a minute. Were we right? Did Senor De Lupi actually make Lapland into his Fang? They're still on about the Fang Wars? The Carnival is the Purge? Pretty much, I guess. It's a one time in the year where the families get to kill whoever they want under the guise of, hey, it's just theatrics. Oh, everyone's wearing a mask. You can't recognize anyone. Let's strap in and hang on. I do not trust Lapland in any sort of vehicle. We've seen what this woman can do with vehicles. Okay. Good intro. The dialogue was super stilted. It was basically just exposition. Exposition. None of the dialogue was natural whatsoever. Here, have some exposition. Why are you here, Lapland? Exposition dump. Did we miss something? Was there a story in the tutorial? I don't think so. Okay. 1099. Dock worker. What are you shipping? Wine. Waybill number SC990183. What's the company? Sorry, don't know what you mean. Goods you're hauling there? What corporation owns them? How's that hard to understand? This guy's been here for long enough that he does not give a shit. He must be new. Doesn't understand how things work around here. Oh, he got back up. Oh, whoa there. This guy's a tough guy. It's alright. Listen and learn. You should ask, what family are you with? Hey, yo! The Truckers Union, baby! The Truckers Union! Divided we beg, united we bargain, let's go! Sorry, senor. What's the company? Saluzovino. Right. Your information checks out. Go on ahead. Don't look at me like that and don't try to bring the old ways over here. Look at the sign above the port. You're in Nuova Volsini. Okay, maybe the Truckers Union being the only logistics company handling as of now for the city might be a good thing. Although they might be understaffed though. Part 1, the Metropolitans. Trailer camp? Truckers camp. Boss, you came just in time. I got something to discuss with you. We're not taking any trucks out today. We're gonna have to fix up the roads around the camp. If Sandro blows another tire next time he backs up, he'll be the one to blame, but he'll have no one to blame but his own bad luck. Also, the custom-made tent has arrived and plan to set it up near the western exit. The new campsite is huge. There's new room for awning, water purification systems, and a barbecue grill. It's in a relatively quiet area, and we should be able to help the new recruits adjust more easily. I also added an outdoor projector screen so that the people in the camp can enjoy a little entertainment. When I have time, I'll go rent some Rankwood films. I know you're gonna say, no mafia flicks, got it. Old wounds and whatnot. By the way, I heard City Hall has already started building a new resettlement area. Well, they'd better hurry up. Otherwise, I might not want to move out when the time comes. Right now, the trucks can only park in the camp. Everyone has to live in the trucks. It's really inconvenient, especially with guys with families. But at least we don't have to deal with those big families anymore. These trucks belong to us. Standing together to protect them gives us a sense of security. Right. Sometimes I look at the camp over there and think, who would believe that this was a barren wasteland just a year ago? Oh, by the way, boss, why didn't you come back last night? She was just having a platonic pizza eating session with Penance. You all distracted me. I almost forgot what I was doing here. Bring me the district heads, Sandro, Ginter, and Samer. Samer isn't here. Huh? Isn't he off work today? I told him so many times already. I get why he wants to bring Guri to Nova Volsini for treatment as soon as possible. Guri is my little sister too. I told him I'd do my part to help. I told him to stop taking extra long hauls all the time. Boss, don't get mad. It's probably not what you think. What about the unlucky loner? She isn't here either. I haven't seen her since last night. That's weird. Whatever. Gather up everybody still in the camp. We need to help Judge Lavinia investigate some things. Loner. Ow! Loner. Lapland. Got it. That's probably where she got her taxi. The sun is shining brightly. The cordoned off area has turned the bustling street quiet. Bloodstains mingle with the tire tracks on the ground as police officers rush back and forth. Nova Volsini is not as rainy as the other cities in Siracusa. Without the rain to obscure it, the accident scene stands out all the more striking. How long am I gonna keep this accent up? I have no idea. Have you made any more progress? Surveillance around here is broken, so did not obtain any video footage. I just decided this one police officer has a Colombian accent. We were forced to scour the area for physical evidence. Here you can see the tire marks left by Senor Bellone's car and the other vehicle that has since left the scene. The collision occurred at the corner where there's a bad blind spot. There's also a traffic light there though, so the two cars shouldn't have collided, and yet both veered oddly at almost the same moment. So you mean to tell me that maybe Lapland didn't mean to run into Vigil like that? You mean to tell me there's a possibility that she really just was reckless driving in her crazy taxi and coincidentally just happened to T-bone Vigil in his car? It's a non-0% chance, I guess. That's when Senor Bellone's car was struck by the other vehicle, which quickly fled the scene. It may have been a routine traffic accident, but we cannot exclude the possibility that it was. Yes. Have you learned anything new about our mystery vehicle? It's just as we concluded last night. A large box truck of some sort. Large box? Huh. There was a third vehicle on the scene. There seems to be different cars involved. Okay, so Vigil spotted Lapland's taxi leaving the scene. However, the vehicle that actually hit him was a large box truck, which was probably taken from the truckers union. And whoever, apparently a lone woman, whoever took it, was the one who tried to assassinate Leontuso. Interesting. Wait a minute. Why am I suspecting that there may be a MILF involved? Hold up, wait a minute. Assassin? Oh no, I think I know who might be the one. We'll see. I see. Delivery trucks, shuttle buses, fire trucks, specialized construction vehicles. Box trucks of this size are rare in Nova Volsini. I've already asked Irini to help me investigate. The truck drivers are much better equipped than we are to find clues. There's Lavinia, Senor Bellone. Senor Bellone? Private physician. Fractures and internal bleeding have been addressed through surgery, but the severe concussion has left the patient in a coma, at least for now. In a sense, we can't say the patient is out of mortal danger just yet. He's a playable character. Come on. Will he recover? As a doctor, I will not promise anything. However, as a citizen of Nova Volsini, I sincerely hope Senor Bellone makes a full recovery, and I'll do my best to make it happen. I wish you the best of luck, Judge Lavinia. They did it. They made a move. Judge Lavinia, we should grab some of the mafiosi and then... Don't even think about it. That's the family's way. It is not our way. Forgive me, but I think if anyone had a reason to harm Senor Belloni, it would be one of the familia bastards. Shall find the culprit, no matter who they are. They must be brought to justice. But who could it be? Saluzos, the Venezias, the Medicis, the Liotis. Lavinia turns her gaze to the restaurant on the corner. The restaurant is small and the seats by the window face the middle of the road. Maybe someone was watching while it all happened. Dimitri invited me to dinner tonight and I promised him I'd be there. I can't keep avoiding him forever, Lavinia. Leon, what is wrong with all of this? So all I'm saying is that they're on first name basis, and they seem pretty intimate. Chatty grooming specialist? Senor Antonio, I've already trimmed the stray fur on your ears and tails. The next step is applying conditioner. Oh, this might take a little while. Feel free to close your eyes and rest for a spell. No problem. Just do your thing. Is this your first time here? Ah, yes, it is. Carly said if you own your own personal nurse had not fallen ill, well, in any case, it's my honor to serve you today. Don't be nervous. You're doing a great job. Oh, thank you. Our family has spent generations studying lupo fur. We trusted our traveling craftsmen and eventually opened the first grooming center. It's been hundreds of years, but we've gathered plenty of expertise along the way grooming your kind. You guys are like tiny little doggos. You're like puppies. I even groomed a Pomeranian once. Mamma mia! I'm doing the hand gestures IRL, but you guys cannot see me. Lupo fur is generally coarse with inner and outer layers, while Pero fur is much fine and softer. At a first glance, they may seem familiar, but in reality, they're worlds apart. That's why I specially formulated this conditioning treatment for you. It's a blend of rich botanical essences that can help firm up the fur while still retaining the key nutrients. Vital lupo lore. Lupos have more dense fur than Peros. Damn. Couldn't have figured that out. Well, what do you think? Do you like it? Do you like the new shampoo? Of course, you put so much care into this whole thing. Why wouldn't I be happy with it? Ah, Senor Antonio, you are kind and gentle. You're not as scary as Carla said. I think there must have been some misunderstanding. I'm just a simple businessman. Who would do business with a scary man? By the way, Senor Antonio, would you like a semi-permanent styling of your ears and tail? Oh, but that way their shape will be more defined and look better. Plus, no one will be able to tell that you aren't a lupo. Oh, hold on. Ooh, not a lupo? What do you mean, not a lupo? Is he a vulpo? Those are sharp-looking ears you got there. That's a vulpo. This man's isn't a wolf or a dog. He's a fox. It sounds like you have strong opinions about my ears and tail. Well, I heard Carla said that you wanted it to look more like a lupo. You mean to say that I, as a lowly pero, should rather look more like my own race? Kind of beast shit are you talking? Carl, I just wanted to show Senor Antonio here. It's enough. Shut your face. Get out of here. Scusa, Antonio. Don't worry about it. Not your fault. Here's our shipping invoice for the month. Antonio quickly scans the invoice and puts an X on the signature line. A batch of tires is arriving at the warehouse today. You're in charge of inspection, aren't you? Why are you still at the estate? I'll head over right now. Don't worry, nothing will go wrong. Where are we? Wait, who is this? Let me go. Why did you bring me here? Who is this? Quiet, ragazzo. Keep yelling and I'll color the rest of your face to match that black eye. Oh wait, it's Gambino! And Capone? Capone, keep an eye on him. Gotta tell the boss. Boss, got a problem. There's a car accident at the port last night, and Duzo got hurt. The acting mayor? Oh, that's bigger news, but what does it have to do with us? The truck that hit Leon Duzo was hauling our tires. You mean to say it was just an accident? Wait, no. Hold up. Strike that. Maybe there's some framing afoot. Hold up. No. I think someone's trying to frame this family for trying to assassinate Leon Duzo. Who could it be? It drove off before we could even answer. The man paces the room, his heavy footsteps drowning out the sounds of his labored breathing. He walks over to the large oak cask and quickly downs 3 cups of brandy. Tonio, right now you should be... Wait. I despise impatience. It clouds our judgment. Were there witnesses at the scene? Oh, just one. Capone and I brought him back here. Good work. Now listen to me carefully. First, keep an eye on everyone in the household. If anyone goes somewhere they shouldn't be going or is doing a job they shouldn't be doing, bring them to me immediately. Keep a close watch on the other family in the city. The Saluzos, the Medicis, the Liotis. Figure out which family seems the most nervous. They're the ones who made the move on Leon Duzo. We want to know who, at this particular moment in time, is so eager to upset the apple cart. The truck from the accident. Are we just not gonna look for it? Go look for it, but don't do anything too drastic. As long as the truck itself wasn't defective, what does it matter who driving, what cargo is being transported, or how it's connected to Venezia trucking? Go and reassure some of our other friendly truck drivers. Those long-haul haulers are more prone to losing their composure than the average men. Alright, I'll get to it. Wait a sec, Carly. Gambino, you handle this. Bring some of the boys with you. You got it, boss. Antonio, I'm sorry. It was my mistake. No one could have predicted this sort of thing would happen. You're supremely talented, Carly. You've been in this familia longer than I have. You oversee half the vehicle repair stations in Montelupe. If I were you, I'd probably be wondering myself. However, would that Pero Antonio get so many opportunities getting to manage the business of the new city on his own if he hadn't married the old man's daughter? Old man's daughter. Old man's daughter. Is this the Saluzos? Wait, no, he was talking about the Saluzos being... This can't be the Saluzos. He mentioned the Saluzos as the other families. So who is this gang? Listen to me, Carly. All the cities, including Nova Volsini, have to follow the rules. Those who do not follow the rules, well, they don't get to walk away with decency. It's the Venezia? Oh yeah, right, they mentioned the Venezia. Venezia trucking. This is what the Don told me, and now I'm telling you. Wait. Venezia, old man's daughter. The only other family daughter that we know of aside from Texas and Lapland is the blonde woman. Is she still alive? It's been so long since Il Circusano. I'm half sure that I don't think she's alive. Please give me another chance, Antonio. The Dawn should arrive in Nova Volcini in the next day or two. I don't want him to be bothered by this nonsense, got it? Of course, senor. Thank you. Texas's friend? She's alive? Hell yeah. I miss her. But she's severely hurt. Okay, hell yeah, she's still alive. I loved her design. Wait a second. There's one more thing we need to discuss. That grooming specialist I just had right now. I really don't like him. Got it. I'll fire him at once. No, I don't mean that I dislike his work. I don't like him personally. I got it. Won't see him again. No! They're gonna make him sleep with the fishies! He was just an extra chatty groomer. Bro! He was like, what did you say? I'm a peril? What did you say? What did you mean? I should have Peroni conditioner. Did you find it? Nope. We looked through several parking lots, but we didn't find any trucks that looked like they were in an accident. The truckers union owns thousands of vehicles, and almost none of them have been idle these past few days. If we checked them one by one, we wouldn't even finish until the Carnivale was over. Boss, Judge Lavinia asked you to help find clues, but now you're targeting the truckers union. It's almost like you think one of us hit the mayor's car. When it comes to big box trucks in Nova Volcini, who is more involved than us? There are plenty of other groups involved. There are vehicle factories, the repair stations, the Nova Volcini port. Doesn't like being a hot dog. Besides, none of the trucks passed through the intersection at the time of the accident. Alright, Pedro. Obviously, I do not believe the folks from the union would do something like that. This is just for peace of mind. Senor Belloni and Judge Lavinia are both good people, are they not? Proving that we had nothing to do with this will save them a lot of time and effort. It'll help the police solve the case faster and find the real culprit. That's true. By the way, have you gotten in touch with Somer? He's covering several districts in the south, so having him check things out would be quicker. Oh, not yet. Strange. Never mind. Let's focus on what's at hand first. Alright, we'll keep searching. Who stole the truck? Who is it? Oh! This NPC has a different sprite! They must be marginally important. Irini, it's me. Somer, you've been here, in camp? Didn't you hear what we were talking about? Why didn't you come out? I... why are your clothes all torn? And what's with the scratches on your face? What's going on? Last night. The truck that hit Leontuzo last night. Don't tell me. Yes, I was the driver. What? Someone doesn't want to be exposed. They're setting up a lot of contingencies to not get caught. First, it's trying to frame the Venezias. Now, it's trying to frame the truckers? Assassin is behind the scenes. I've sent Pedro and the others away, so no one will be coming to camp for now. Irini, you were with Judge Lavinia last night. Did you know how badly Leontuzo is injured? Is he... They were able to rescue him from the crash site last night, but his condition is not good. The trucker slumps into the chair like a deflated balloon, covering his face with his dirty gloves. He's still so young, and such a good man. Please, don't let anything happen to him. I really... What happened actually? Was it an accident? I don't know. I was just driving along and all of a sudden my steering wheel wouldn't turn right. I didn't have time to react and crashed the truck.
By the time I came to, it was all over.
Okay, let's recap to everyone that was at the scene of the crime. There was the victim, Leontuzo. There was Mr. Truck Driver, Samer. And there was Lapland. Lapland and Senor De Lupo. As far as we know, also, they're kind of implying that someone was watching by a restaurant, at the side, but we're not conclusive on that one yet. Those are our clues. I love a good mystery! But even if you panicked at the moment, you shouldn't have left a critically injured person by the roadside and driven away. Do you realize that if first responders had arrived just a few minutes later, Leontuzo would have... I know you're not like that.
Sorry, Irini. I really wanted to help him. I know I should have helped him. I'm not a bad guy. But I had to drive off.
Why? Samer, talk to me. What was in that truck? Irini's voice starts to tremble. The driver, slumped in his chair, looks pale. Interesting.
I'm sorry, Irini.
Was he doing a job for the Venetias? It was their truck in the first place. So the reason he fled the scene of the crime was because the Venezia family was probably smuggling things in for the family. Which is what I'm getting from this. Samer, who were you driving that truck for?
Venezia Trucking. Familia Venezia.
The silence hangs in the air for what seems like forever. Then Irini finally speaks. Is this because of Guri?
Don't try to justify it, Irini. I know I have made a huge mistake.
Why? Why go to them rather than seek help from the truckers union? You're the most senior trucker in the union. You know how unique our situation is in Nova Volsini. Both City Hall and the family are watching us like hawks.
Irini, we all know how expensive neuropathy medication is.
Oh my god, of course! Of course we have to tie it back to neuropathy. It's material conditions that forces poor people to commit crimes, dog.
Besides, once I bring Guri to Nova Volsini, between settling her in and getting her to a good school, who knows how much all that will cost.
I'm here too, aren't I? I can help. You're the one that saved me back in Sicilia. Guri is my sister too.
Irini, the union can't help me fix this.
So you're gonna do it by yourself? No. Goods shipped in from other cities or shipments between local merchants, every item we touch must be registered in advance. The past 6 months, I've personally reviewed every single schedule, and we passed all routine inspections. How could you alone have managed to... Could it be that...
I'm not doing this alone, Irini.
Under her nose. Looks like the truckers' union wasn't as clean as we thought. The family was within. The call was coming inside the house.
So none of you know where Samer went? Is it possible he already ran back to Sicilia under the cover of darkness? I mean, he did hit the acting mayor's car, you know. Police are going to throw everything they have at this case. Will we be exposed? Smuggling contraband is a red line for City Hall, especially since we were doing it to help you. No, this has nothing to do with Venezia Trucking.
Huh. Right, I think they're gonna try to get rid of the evidence. Mr. Truck Driver, I think you should flee at this moment.
What? You mean you're gonna tie up all the loose ends? Tie up loose ends? Spoken like a true wise guy. No, I'm not. Relax. If you see me carrying weapons, just keep your mouth shut and everything should be fine, capiche? But what if the cops start breathing down our necks? We've been hiding this stuff from Irini and getting sweeted? Sweeted by City Hall all this time. If something really does happen, you can't just wash your hands of all of this. You really wanna pick nits here? We are even less to blame. Venezia Trucking has never violated the new Urban Management Act, nor has it tried to infiltrate the truckers' union or interfere with Nova Volsini's logistics system. Oh, wait, what do you mean? So Mayor wants to bring his daughter here to treat her for oropathy, right? He already found a good hospital, but he can't afford to pay for the treatment. Instead, he's using union trucks as private hospital vehicles to help the logistics department transport goods. Venezia Trucking is at the bottom of the list when it comes to that hospital's financial backers. We have no connection with Samara apart from being the same city.
Okay, setting up your alibi, and you're gonna make Samara into the fall guy.
No, that's not true. And you're just a drunk who can't even sit up straight in the driver's seat half the time. You had to secretly hire someone to drive for you just to keep your job. We signed a service agreement, I'll have you know. I'm just a driver for hire trying to make some extra cash. I was sick. They had to put me on painkillers. You've got some kind of leverage over every single truck driver you approach. Nova Volsini values the rule of law. We can go to court and present the evidence piece by piece. Then we'll see whose hands are clean.
Damn! Even with the new laws in place, the family is like, now we got this handled. We could make evidence appear out of nowhere.
You people are even scarier without weapons. Oh, really? I'm glad you say that, because I used to think I looked like a dork quoting laws like that. Alright, calm down everyone. Enough threats. Let's just fix this. You guys go find our tires and we'll handle the rest.
How long has it been?
They found me 6 months ago. I reckon that they've already dealt with a few dozen other drivers before then. Choice did we have? Running even one shipment for them pays more than we earn in a month. Besides, if we don't cooperate, they have plenty of ways to push us right out of this city. After Senora Cecilia took power, she implemented all those reforms in all of Syracuse's cities. The cunning guys adapted to the new rules faster than we did.
Are you speaking for yourself or for others?
Irini, I beg you, help us. I promise you, once Carnivale is over, we'll never smuggle anything for those goons ever again. You can turn me in, but please, you have to help the others. They really had no choice but to.
The list of names.
What?
Don't try and fool me. If you guys were doing this stuff, you had to have made a list of names. Give it to me. At least tell me how many of you are there. Then I'll try to see what I can do. The mayor puts down the lighter and he has been clutching and begins searching through his pockets. Samir, why do you still have that lighter? I thought you quit smoking.
It was a gift from you. I'm used to carrying it around.
Actually, I found it lying around near the supermarket. There's no way I could afford to buy such an expensive lighter. You remember? After Goodi's mother passed away, you took over that supermarket, managing the business while raising your child. Then one day, you found me helpless, homeless at your doorstep. You always say that you just took in a delivery driver and a cashier who didn't ask for salary, but I know you actually gave me a place to stay. A home. Later, Familia Tocco set their sights on us. They were just a small family, but even after we stocked their products, they wouldn't let up. They threatened us, demanding we remove their competitors' items from the shelves. We told them that we'd consider their request, but then, that same night, a huge fire broke out at the supermarket, which is how Goody contracted oropathy.
That's all in the past. Why are you bringing it up now? I found it. Here you are.
Carmelo, Gianni, Ruggiero. What a surprise.
Sorry.
Don't say any more, Samer. Go to the storehouse. There's a wooden crate behind that truck that's being repaired.
bring it to me. But that's everything you own, isn't it? Alright.
What? Did she hit him with a wrench?
Sumer, what you don't know is, I found that lighter right next to the scene of the supermarket fire. We came to Nova Volsini because we had nothing. Everyone makes mistakes at some point. I can't let you destroy all of this.
What? He was the one that caused the fire. He bent the knee to the family. And he set fire to his own supermarket. Damn. The plot twist.
Judge Lavinia, I'm here to see Leon. I need to ask you all a favor. Do not disclose Leon's condition to outsiders. This info is strictly need to know. Sure, I understand.
You don't think so? You don't think that he was the one that set fire? I think it's implied. It seems I'm in the right place. Who is these?
Texas? What are you looking for? This is a special ward. You can't just barge in here.
You're still kind of confused by that scene, but the lighter isn't originally his? Found the lighter right next to the scene of the supermarket fire. Oh, I guess. She found so it's the same lighter that was used to set fire to the supermarket. She found it and then gave it to Sumer. I think this is just implying that even if Irini and Sumer were close to each other, she still bonked him on the head just to make sure that the truckers union doesn't collapse with whatever shenanigans family Venezia is up to. Also, what's up, Imka? Hello. The lighter got more context later on.
No, it's okay. Let her come in.
Who is this, Texas?
Well then, I'll get going. Please find me if you need anything.
Texas!
Texas? Long time no see. I just grabbed some...
I don't know what kind of accent we give to Texas. She lived her childhood in Syracuse. She lived her adolescence in Colombia. And the rest of it in Yan. Fine, give her the American accent. She has the name Texas. I just grabbed some Millie Foley.
I just grabbed some Millie Foley. Foley? Foley. And macaroni downstairs. Have a bite if you're hungry. I'll keep an eye on Leon Tuzo for now.
Longman? Longman is in Yan. Don't let the Chinese government... Don't let the Chinese government not tell you that Longman is in Yan. Hypergriff would very much like that for us to know that Longman is definitely part of Yan. Yes, definitely.
I received your invitation. We never heard back from you. We assumed you weren't planning to return to Nova Volsini.
Yeah, Longman is pretty different from Yan. Wink, wink.
I was pretty busy.
Croissant? Croissant? Now we know because Rainbow Six Doc arrived on Terra. We know that Croissant's name is pronounced Croissant because he was mad about it.
Croissant is busy pushing Bison into organizing some new international project. Sora is only halfway through her tour of Syracuse, and Exia, who knows where she's run off this time.
Where did Exia run off to? I wonder. Also, Sora is touring Syracuse? Damn. That girl's a star.
I've been managing Penguin Logistics myself this whole time, with far fewer staff and no fewer orders. Besides, these crowded celebrations don't really excite me. I prefer just stopping by when I'm on a delivery, assuming it's on the way.
Then what brings you here today? What can I do? I have a boss who loves a good crowd. One night he happened to spot an invitation and had me pack my bags on the spot. He's very interested in the themed party you're holding. He cleared his calendar, shut down the ends of the earth for 2 weeks, and dragged me all the way here from Lungmen. Emperor? Emperor's gonna perform at the Carnivale? Hell yeah, brother. Relax, Lavinia. You seem tense. Leon, I've been briefed on it. It wasn't an accident. The police are still investigating. I just got back from the scene. I don't think it was an accident. No, it definitely was an accident. Except there are a bunch of shady parties involved, but it was definitely an accident. Unless, of course, it was Lapland's doing on purpose. There's still one missing person in this puzzle, though. Persons of interest? Yes. The usual suspects. What did she mean by that? The usual suspects! Lapland? Was it Lapland? Uh-huh. Or was it the families? Why? On the night of the Carnivale parade, Leon was supposed to officially announce his appointment as mayor of Nova Volsini at the front of the procession. It's not a strange decision per se, but he did seem a bit too eager. Even if he abandoned his family, he's still Bernardo Bellone's son. 1 year is not enough for people to forget the turmoil Bernardo once stirred in Volsini. Staying behind the scenes makes it easier for him to keep the government functioning. This is the safest approach. It's much better than him changing clothes, putting down his defensive staff, and stepping back into the spotlight. Nova Volsini has only been around for a year, and he's barely managing to hold on to his position as acting mayor, even with Senora Cecilia's backing. I told him all of this already. Right. Lavinia, your comms device has been flashing for a while now. I'm just giving her the Syracuse accent. I'm just saying she's code switching. Did they find any new evidence? No, it's a message from the court. We have a case. That's kind of tricky. Uh-huh. Honestly, I understand why Leon was in such a hurry. This year, the changes in Nova Volsini can be seen with the naked eye. Many things have once existed only in our imagination have now become a reality. Isn't that what Senora Cecilia wanted? But it's not enough. Not nearly enough. We must show our presence to promote more changes. So I stopped trying to persuade him, but then... You're still the same as before. No, even more naive than back then. It's kind of nice. But Texas, do you want to come with me? To the court? You know I'm not interested in crowded celebrations, much less official duties involving mountains of paperwork. I'm going to stay here and ensure Leon's safety. Right now, there's no one better suited for the job, right? Thank you, Texas. To be honest, if you had stayed with me in Nova Volsini back then... I told you before, when my friends are in trouble, I'll come to help. I'm here, aren't I? Right. Okay. All the players have been set, aside from one. There's still a missing puzzle piece here. PV-2. Path's taken. Just came here, you're enjoying the Arknights story with a cup of coffee. You haven't read the event story yet? Hell yeah. Appreciate you chilling out in chat. Path's taken. Where to go and whom you go with has never been a choice in Syracuse. All the players have been set. What about the clown? Hold up. We haven't gotten there yet. As of now, all the players that we know of have been set. Frake were... I'm gonna take a sip of water. Wait. I'm gonna hydrate before I dehydrate. Also, there's Dimitri. We haven't seen Dimitri yet, and he's already been name dropped. There's Dimitri. There's Grandpappy Saluzzo. I don't care if he's a DILF, he's already a Grandpappy in my eyes. Freight workers and... Wait, what? Sorry, the name you just said was too long to jot down. Nova Volsini Freight Workers and Truckers Mutual Aid Association. We need to study the workers' unions in Victoria and Colombia. If we want to fight back against the family threats, we need to unite amongst ourselves. There is strength in numbers. United, we stand. The shipping industry is the lifeblood of every city. To date, the family have established control of this industry in every other city in Siracusa. We can't let that happen here. In Nova Volsini, trucking is not controlled by gangsters. The shipping industry belongs to the drivers and every other upstanding citizen in Nova Volsini. Hell yeah, brother. But why me? I used to be a truck driver for Samer's grocery store and a bit a good one. In Volsini, there are only a few government employees who haven't accepted bribes from the family. You could count them on two hands. That's because... I'm sorry, Irini. I privately looked into you and Samer's past. I know about the tragic incident and I truly apologize. I was thinking, if you simply hate the familia that set fire to your supermarket, you could have easily accepted help from any other family to carry out your revenge. But you didn't do that. It's just a little speculation on my part. Forgive me if I offend you. Thank you, Judge Lavinia. Irini, regardless of whether you are the best choice to head the truckers' union, I believe you are a kind woman. Please give this invitation some serious consideration, okay? Okay, so now we know why she became the truckers' union leader. And not Samer. The next day, 4:47 p.m. Senora Lavazza, please wait a moment. Judge Lavinia is still holding court. She will come to see you when she is finished. Alright, no rush. Okay, look. She's been in the foreground. She's been in the mainstay this entire start of this event. Which makes me think, yes, eventually she might be a playable character, surely. But she still has that... She has an over-designed silhouette that screams playable character. However, the details on her scream NPC that is unfinished yet. You know what I'm saying? No, at least not yet. I'll give them to her in a little while. As Irini speaks, she tightens her grip on her notebook in her hand. May I ask you that case the judge is handling, is it some dispute between the corporations? Or that car crash that happened last night? Neither. Strictly speaking, it's not a trial, but an appeal that even Judge Lavinia might not be able to handle. The main litigant is a Nova Volsini civilian, but it's a unique situation. Judge Lavinia is the Supreme Justice of Nova Volsini. What kind of case would she not... Can I go listen in? Of course, you can sit in and listen to the proceedings while you wait for the judge. Interesting. Special case. Why are you going with the melancholic music on this one? Who are they going to show us? Let me guess, it's something going to be about Oripathy. I'll contact the Montelupe municipal government right away and ask them to help us catch the culprit. In the meanwhile, we will apply for Nova Volsini to take jurisdiction in this case. Do you think you'll be able to do it? I'll do everything I can. This isn't the first change of venue request we've submitted this year. But all your previous requests were denied, right? Even if they deny our request, I'll push hard to ensure my colleagues in Montelupe conduct a fair trial so that the murderer is punished. Fair? Judge Lavinia, we all know what's going to happen if you do that. They say it was my big brother who got drunk in the bar and started this. They'll claim the mafiosi were acting in self-defense when a terrible accident occurred. You know that's not what happened. He went on a business trip to Montelupe because of Carnivale and somehow offended the mafiosi there. They beat him to death in a dirty alley. Your Honor, I heard the mafiosi have already taken the judges and court workers out to dinner. You're telling me that you can make sure there's a fair trial?
Oh, my brother was a good man. He never did a bad deed in his life. We were among the first citizens to apply to live in Nova Volsini. Everyone loved my brother.
I'm so very sorry.
You don't need to be sorry. These sort of things happen in Syracuse all the time, does it not? Your Honor, I want revenge. I'm going to do this my way, by a method that is tried and true in our beloved Syracuse. Going to sell my possessions, hire an assassin, and go seek refuge with another rival familia that holds a grudge against them. But if I do that, will I be violating Nova Volsini's laws? Will you pass judgment on me? Will Nova Volsini banish me forever?
Yes, as required by the new Urban Management Act.
Nova Volsini's laws are very strict and very effective. However, they only apply within Nova Volsini's borders. Don't you find that funny?
I know it sounds cruel, but that's how the laws were written. Nova Volsini is a very special place, and its laws are what makes it special, but they are also its greatest shortcoming. But please believe me, I will do everything I can to help you. Well, that was sad. Why you gotta bring up the melancholic music and bring the depression, Hypergriff? Goddamn, here we go again.
No, Your Honor, my brother was wrongfully killed. I want to revoke my Nova Volsini citizenship and return to Montelupe.
How could this have happened? There's nothing we could do about it. Nova Volsini is a special city. The new Urban Management Act, both in its content and its applicability, conflicts with Syracuse's historical traditions. In a sense, it is completely alien to the country as a whole. This is precisely why the law must stand. This is not the first time we've seen something like this happen this year. Sorry I should not tell you these things. No, thank you for sharing this with me.
Irini, the Union can't help me fix this.
Even in Nova Volsini, the tendrils of the family still dig deep. This is Nova Volsini. Its laws bend for no one. The sad citizen walks by them, saying nothing. Irini cannot read any expression on his face. Senora Lavaza, Judge Lavinia is handling the paperwork for this case. I'll go to her. You wait for me here. Judge Lavinia, are you doing okay? I'm fine. Where's Irini? Didn't she say she was waiting for me a while now? That's weird. She was just here. Did she tell you anything new? Did she find the missing truck? Nope. No purse. Knowing her, she probably discovered some new evidence all of a sudden and rushed out without saying goodbye. She'll get in touch with us soon. No, she left. She probably didn't want to get Samara into more trouble than he already was. By the way, the police station just called. The Curtaldo? Your guy you were asking them to find. They located him. Wait, they found Samara? Texas puts the weapon aside and opens the window. She is a little bored. What's the name of her weapons again? Chocolate and blueberry? It's a rainy season, yet there isn't a cloud in the sky. The bustling pedestrians are bathed in the bright sunlight. Sunshine. She almost does not recognize the plane in front of her, the one she had stepped on a year ago. After all, last year still belonged to Volsini and experienced constant downpours. Oh, so Teldo is Dimitri. I see. Forcing her to spend hours every day drying her tail. If Leontuzo was not lying in the hospital, Texas might almost believe that Siracusa is getting better. Boss, you stuffed those vinyl records in your suitcase. Aren't you afraid they'll get scratched? She's code switching. She has a Colombian accent when she's speaking to Emperor.
Like I got a choice.
Wait.
I don't like Syracusan smooth jazz. Sounds nice and fancy at first, but it might as well be tails brushing the dirt while a pack of wolves gnaw at each other. Carnivale, parades, concerts. There's gonna be music everywhere.
Why'd I give him a Texan accent?
I just want to see some old friends. I ain't out here to get my ears violated.
Old friends? You mean your people are going too? Your people? Wait, the Beast Lords are gonna be at the Carnivale? Hold up.
We used to go all the time. Now all the Syracusans are throwing another theme party. After all these years, I mean, they definitely gonna show up. Hey, Texas! You say you ain't into it, but you got your bags back quicker than I did.
I didn't have much to pack. You won't stay very long. We'll be back as soon as it's over.
Sounds like you sure something's definitely going wrong this time. Look, Zara lost his game. Your deal's null and void. You and Siracusa and those old friends, they run some games I got no interest in. But everything that needed seeing to got seen to. The last Texas ain't nothing more. You don't got no high hopes for Siracusa, so what's it matter to you if it gets better or worse? You don't want to say, or you don't know? Ah, forget it. I mean, I'm saying you could stay in Lungmen to watch the house.
I'm still not satisfied with the voice I gave Emperor. We'll run that back later. It's been a while since I did Emperor. Texas closes a window and pulls 2 letters out of her pocket. The first is an invitation from Nova Volsini City Hall, stamped with the court seal and signed by acting Mayor Leontuzo. The other envelope is empty. Its front side, colored purple, has a sloppy drawing of a white wolf and a bunch of grapes on the corner. Gee, I wonder who did that. Lapland. Irini leaves the courthouse as if she's fleeing something. She doesn't dare to look back on what just happened, what she has experienced, or what the struggle she went through. A taxi stops right in front of her. She does not remember whether she hailed it or not. Speak of the devil. Here we go. We've been looking for you. Where are you headed? The trucker camp. Huh, never heard of it. 500 Viale, Alito, Torino. It's very far from here, on the farthest plate. It's not surprising you've never been there. Is this Lapland? Oh, tough day, huh? Uh-huh. You're the gloomiest customer I've picked up since arriving in Nova Volsini. Why are you so sad? The Carnivale parade is just in a few days. Everyone is happy to hear about their new lives in this city, no? Speaking of which, I love this new city. Look at all the festively decorated streets, the wonderful parties, the carefully prepared food. There are no familia around, and it hardly ever rains. The air and our tails are always dry. Senora, could we cut the chatter? I don't really feel like talking right now. Oh, what is it that's got you so upset? Let's chat about it. Maybe I can help you. I made some mistakes. No, I should say, I failed to do some things. Or rather, I trusted the wrong people. In any case, I let people down. Or whatever, there's no way to solve my problems anyway. Oh no no no, in Siracusa no problems are unsolvable. If you can't untangle the rope, you can just cut it. If you can't unlock the chest, you can just smash the lock with a hammer. There is a solution for every problem. I don't know how long I can keep this up. Many times, all you need to do is change your perspective and screw up your courage. Then you'll find that all your problems will resolve themselves. Are you speaking from experience? More than you can imagine. After all, before becoming a taxi driver, my main job was helping my best friend solve problems. Now that was someone who knew how to get into trouble. Claiming to be able to solve problems, it sounds just like something the family would do. Oh, then you've got me all wrong. This is a new place. The old ways do not apply, believe me. Oh look, everyone's so full of energy, everyone's full of love, and also everyone's wearing a festive mask. How fun! Sometimes I really wonder what are hiding behind these masks. I don't understand what you're saying. It's simple. Wearing a mask imposed on you can make it hard to breathe. Many times you actually know what to know what to do. The answer is right there, crystal clear. It's just that for various reasons we refuse to face it. But if it could make things easier for yourself, then why not? Sorry, could you stop for a second? The driver steps on the brake. She doesn't know why, but Eirini has a feeling that from the moment she got in the car, the driver has been waiting for this exact instruction. She even catches a glimpse of the driver's bright smile in the rear view mirror. I'm not going to the trucker camp. I want to go somewhere else. Is she going to the families to seek their help? Your wish is my command. Lapland's just an instigator. This woman is a lifelong instigator. Never change. This honored guest. Oh wait, was that the second one? Let me just make sure. Nope, never mind. We still had a second one. 10 p.m. that day. Ah! It's Sir Alberto Saluzzo.
Your timing is impeccable, Dimitri. I just opened a bottle of wine.
Who's this Gerard Rex looking motherfucker? It's Dimitri, that's who he is. Welcome back, asshole. When are you gonna join Rhodes Island? You clearly have that band on your wrist.
Did you do it? What? Don't play dumb with me. That car accident that left Leon fighting for his life. Don't tell me you know nothing about it. Calm down, Dimitri. Followed Bernard all those years, yet it seems like his wisdom never rubbed off on you. I don't like being accused of something I didn't do. More importantly, I don't like it when a man who needs something from me carries himself like that. Don't then tell me everything you know. No. That accident, I don't know any more about it than you do. But I want to tell you a story I don't tell very often, a very personal story. So please pipe down and listen well, alright? A long time ago, I had a fratello. We had a great relationship. We grew up together, sharing some of the dumbest moments of our youth. However, over time, rifts started to grow between us. I started learning to manage the family business and understanding the rules of Siracusa. But my fratello, sadly, wasn't interested in any of that. He was interested in Victorian literature, Lithuanian music, and Syracusan plays. He spent most of his time in those silly theaters. The year I first took over the family business, I found his corpse in our parking lot. When I found him, I was enraged. I knew he was offending people, saying stupid things. I could have taken revenge, but I let it go. Do you know why? Because you're a cold-blooded mafioso. I take no offense to your crudeness, but that's not quite the right answer. It's simple. Far too many people misunderstand the meaning of familia. Mafiosi are not duty-bound to each other. They invest in each other and must work hard to protect those investments. Those with a common purpose and determination to stand together can truly call themselves mafiosi. The moment my fratello chose a different path, he was no longer an associate of my familia. What are you trying to say? I do not like to debate with other people. Business is all about finding mutual understanding. If you truly care about avenging your fratello, you should go to City Hall and ask for their help. Here, with me, it's strictly business.
Kino Cinema? Cine? I was getting dizzy there. I thought I was watching The Godfather.
Well, that's about all the time I have now. My calendar's all booked up. I have to go meet a client. I will handle the matter with Leon. It has nothing to do with you. Don't let me catch you stepping over the line.
Ooh, spicy. Ooh. Alberto passes a row of wine racks and returns to the long tasting table. He hates to be late, but sometimes, with certain clients, you have to make them wait just a little bit.
You're a tough woman to meet, Signorina Lavazza. If memory serves, I've sent several invitations to you in the past. Even getting you to show up here today was a big surprise.
Yeah, she feels like she can't trust Lavinia. She has to do this under the table. To try to make sure the truckers union and maybe Samara and the others could get off easier.
I know why you're here. You want to hand over the truck that caused the accident along with its cargo to me.
Yes, that's correct.
Transferring your own issue into an issue between family. That's smart. And that is why I have to say no.
But, Alberto, why?
This thing has nothing to do with Familia Saluzzo. I'm sure you know that City Hall has been watching us closely ever since the thing in Volsini. Why would we want to poke the bear now?
But this is a rare opportunity for you, no? In just a year's time, almost every major district in Nova Volsini will have a Venezia trucking sales center or repair station. But if you have evidence that shows they are smuggling contraband, you can negotiate with them, or you could hand it over to City Hall to smooth things over. Whichever option you choose, it will work out for you. Am I wrong? All you need to do is ensure that the Truckers Union does not get involved with the events that occurred last night. That shouldn't be too hard for you.
Why did you choose the Saluzzos?
I beg your pardon?
The Medici's investment firm, the Liotti's pharmacies, the Genovese's sugar mills, the Rocca's steel factories. There are countless families that have entered Nova Volsini by way of their front businesses. You have many different options.
To me, they're all the same. Us truck drivers just want to find new lives in this new city. We can't make sense of it all, nor do we care. We do not care what happened in the Grey Hall, which family have gotten stronger or which have gotten weaker.
Which is why my answer is important to you.
I grew up in Sicilia. I haven't seen my parents since I was a child. The manager of the supermarket took me in when I was about 10 years old. He already had a daughter, but he treated me like his second one. A little over a year ago, one of the smaller local families set fire to our supermarket over a very minor dispute. As a result, my little sister contracted oripathy. Later, I heard that small familia was wiped out by another larger familia that had entered Sicilia, simply because they refused to cede their territory. That larger familia's name, Saluzzo. This is the only connection we have to the family. That's why when I got desperate, I thought only of the Saluzzos. I only have one small request. Tell me, I hope that in the future, the Truckers Union will be able to do some favors for Saluzzo Vino. Favors that only the Union can provide? No, I think you've got us wrong. You get a bargaining chip, and in return, you help us solve a problem. That sounds like a fair trade, right? The Truckers Union will no longer have dealings with Familia Venezia, and it won't establish any kind of relationship with Familia Saluzzo. You can't... Alberto does not reply. Irini shakes her head forcefully. She will not let her mind get carried away. We're running short of time, Senorina Lavazza. Welp, those are the conditions. You just told me a Syracusan story. Good story at that. So, when you choose to solve things the Syracusan way, you must remember, the minute you take a seat at the table, many things are out of your control. Alberto opens up another bottle of wine. He pours the wine in the decanter and waits for it to breathe in the air, a graceful gesture. Irini notices that he is no longer looking at her. Senor Saluzzo, speak. Tomorrow I'll show you where we've stashed the trunk. Well, there we go. It was either accept the conditions or nah. 2:45 p.m. Busy cop. We're almost there. The port of Nova Volsini is straight ahead. It's Noemi. Oh, what's wrong, Noemi? You've been here before. You ever get a funny feeling that whenever you come here? What? What I mean is, every time I come here, I don't know where to stand. I always feel like I'm in the way. Thanks to Colombia's nomadic city construction technology, Nova Volsini, combining 12 large plates, still boasts a speed far surpassing that of other cities in Siracusa. And the port of Nova Volsini, located on the city's outer plate, occupies over 1/10 of the city's usable landmass. A faint vibration arises from beneath Noemi's feet. The sound of cargo land ships from other cities docking with the support layers. It is steady and soothing, like the beating of a strong, healthy heart. On the ground, containers stretch out like mountains, with trucks moving through the valleys between them. Cargo is being transferred from support layers by crane for sorting, then transported by truck to various parts of the city. Noemi still remembers the day Nova Volsini commenced operations. Senor Cecilia sent out a citywide message expressing her hopes and dreams for the new city. This is the freight hub of Siracusa, the engine that shall power the nation's future. Noemi, we are very busy today. I wanted you to wait in the office. You're the one who insisted on following me here. I may still be in training, but I can help out. Maybe I can crack the case. Well, I only started on this job 3 months before you. Neither of us is all that experienced. Papa wants me to settle into this job quickly. It's a decent profession, and serving as a police officer means I'll be able to protect my family's pizzeria. Okay, you've already said all that stuff on us on the first day on the job. Come on, kid, don't you have any tact at all? Yeah, spelling your backstory like this in a dialogue to introduce yourself. Alright, let's get back to work. There are a total of 56 repair stations across the city's 12 plates, and other officers are checking on them one by one. We've already dispatched a unit to the trucker camp as well. The port of Nuova Volsini is the last place left. Almost all of the box trucks conduct business at this port. But finding one truck in this huge place, it's searching for a needle in a haystack. A fitting analogy, but a bit exaggerated. But we've got to get a move on, or we'll be here past sundown. Let's start here. You go east, I go west. Remember, we're looking for trucks with any signs of damage. Don't overlook a single dent, ding, scrape, scratch. Got it? Unfortunately, a cab includes Noemi. Signs of damage. Are there this many trucks in this city? Noemi moves through the sea of vehicles. Busy truck drivers and workers occasionally pass by, but no one spares her a second glance or thought. This isn't right. If someone has been in an accident, why would they stash the damaged truck in such a conspicuous place? Oh wait, what are those tarps covering up over there? Have you found anything on your end? Not yet. Oh, what's wrong? Did you get lost already? I told you to have your coffee this morning. I don't drink coffee, it's too bitter. Not when you dunk in a donut or two. Oh, come on, let's stay focused while on the task at hand. I know the truck we're looking for is hidden around here somewhere. Get over here quickly. Hey, get over here, gabagoo. I swear. I think I only have an hour left of this in me. I feel the gabagoo interfacing with my DNA. You hid the truck. You hid the truck in the port of Nova Volsini. My guy picked up the goods here. He was only halfway out of the city when the accident happened. It happened so suddenly, he was too afraid to drive the truck over to Familia Venezia or back to the trucker camp. The truck's cabin got all busted up. The damage was far too noticeable and he had to turn back. He drove back to the port, the place he knows best. Where exactly is this truck? Over there. That's the place where all the floats are parked. Floats. These giant floats are modeled after the mythical beasts from Syracusan legends. They're going to be the big surprise at the Carnivale. City Hall spent nearly 6 months preparing them. Syracusan legends? Mythical beasts? Bro. Hold up. Is there gonna be a float of Emperor? And maybe Dolly? And maybe Senor de Lupo? And maybe the cat and dog from Inudi Hare Koraket? They will lead the Carnivale parade through the central avenue and through the entire city. Under the gaze of all the civilians, they will bring festive atmosphere to its peak. The port officials have covered them with a tarp so as to not ruin the surprise. And the driver hid the truck under the tarp. Yes, Samir disguised it as one of the floats. Ah! Oh. Interesting. Does that tie in with the CG? The CG trailer? I'm not sure exactly which truck it is. Wait for me here. I'll go talk to the dispatcher. Oh. Why are all the floats moving all of a sudden? Senorina Lavazza, are you going to check each and every float? You don't think that's a bit too much? No, I'm not going to. The crane's mechanical arm tears away the tarps, and the Carnivale floats begin rolling out one by one. The bizarre gigantic beasts are exposed to the daylight, starting the grand parade ahead of schedule. Who, what, when, where? Before Irene can even react, thick black smoke begins to rise at the end of the procession. Lapland. Unless it's a fox instead. As if unnerved by the sunlight, one of the floats bursts into flames. It is the wolf. one of the legendary deities born out of the wilderness. When the twin moons are high, the wolves sneak into Syracusan dreams, invoking their primal nature, teaching them to survive. This wolf is a symbol of Syracusa, its mysterious legends, its long, bloody history, and the limitless future that this new city holds. But now, the deity is bathed in flames. Syracusa's future is slowly turning to ash. What's going on? Noemi, tell the workers to put out the fire, now! I'm on it. Oh, wait, look at the float. Doesn't it look like it's been in an accident? You mean this is the truck we're looking for? The one that hit the acting mayor? That fire's getting out of control. If we wait for them to put it out now, there'll be nothing left. Someone is getting rid of the evidence. You think this fire was accidental? I just think hiding the truck among the parade floats, then setting it on fire, all just to destroy the evidence? That's both too complicated and blatant. Okay, you're right. Too complicated and blatant. Sounds like a certain woman that we know. Or maybe that's what they want. It's a message, a provocation. I don't know if Lapland thinks that far. The fire engulfs the float, its flickering flames making it appear as though it were alive. The onlookers can almost hear the towering wolf, ablaze, roaring in the inferno. A gust of wind blows through, carrying the thick smoke which spreads like dark clouds enveloping the entire city. Suddenly, Noemi thinks to herself, maybe being a police officer is harder than it looks. Sure. Whoa! Hold up! Wait. No shot! Hey, yo, that can't be! Wait a minute! Grandma? Wait. Red sponsor? Is Red here? Is Project Red here in Syracusa? Because she's a fang of Grandma, right? And this wolf definitely looks like a grandma. It's a gilf. Thank you, Hypergriff, for giving us another gilf. The package was a little unexpected, but we'll take it. It's a wolf gilf. My, what a huge fire. It's hard to make out those whose likeness the burned wolf was modeled after. You, me, Zaro, or Agnes. Oh, are they all here? The Beast Lords are here? Lazy creature.
Not any one of us. Humans can never imagine something beyond their cognition. They are too fragile, always cowed by fear.
Floating wolf head gilf? I don't know who this one is. It's a white wolf. Could this be Vermeil's? No, wait, no. Is Vermeil a fang? No, not Vermeil. There was another fang that's currently on Rhodes Island. Aside from Project Red. Was it Vermeil? No. Vermeil's a Vulpo. Cat, help me out here.
Perhaps to them.
Oh, Luna Cub. Is this Luna Cub's sponsor? It may be Luna Cub's sponsor. Oh, Agnes is Luna Cub's sponsor? Okay. Are they all here?
Perhaps to them. All civilized life forms are like this, baring their teeth and full of menace.
Regardless of how they've created that image, they clearly put a lot of effort into it. It's a shame. Hold up. It's a shame. I gotta bring out my granny voice. It's a shame. I'm losing it. I'm losing it. There are too many wolves. It's a shame that it was all burned like this.
Your wolf pup isn't around. There's no need to act so benevolent.
Oh, Red isn't here yet?
She doesn't know your identity nor the truth behind the conflict. Yet she almost helped you win this round of the game. There's no more shameless Signora de Lupi than you, Caesar.
Caesar? Not Grandma? Or does she have a nickname? Okay, it is Grandma. Right. She is Grandma. Project Red is her fang. Project Red, my dear girl. Her hunting skills were subpar, much less so under the influence of humans. Okay, we got our granny voice settled. Victory was far beyond her grasp. These fuckers are still playing the game while we're having a carnivale. Wait, Grandma is her nickname? Yeah. Okay, wait a minute. I'm putting two and two together. The carnivale has been around since most of Syracuse's lifetime, and it's always been held as a pretense for the mafia to draw blood in each other in a way where there's no repercussions. What if the carnivale was like a byproduct of the ancient game the Wolf Beast Lords have been playing with the Fangs? And this is why they all gather together on this specific day. They're gonna be like, okay guys, time to gather together. This is when our game ends and when a new round begins. Ancient traditions getting passed down in Syracusan legends. The game of the Fangs competing with each other, turning into the Carnivale. It tracks. Zaro's Fang was not killed by her. Agnisa's Fang has been weakened, but still lives. And you, Vargo? Weakened, but still lives. I swear. If we get a Project Red versus Luna Cub arc sometime in the future, that'd be sick. In the first round of the game, your wolf pup hid all too well. Red couldn't even pick up his scent. Red couldn't pick up his scent. Is this talking about Crown Slayer's mentor, who is also a Fang? Vargo. Oh, is he the sponsor of Crown's? Yep, definitely. I remember you once told me that this was the most satisfying choice you've made among our countless rounds of games. Is your wolf pup lying low, waiting for the others to fight to the death so it can jump out of hiding and claim victory?
The wilderness has always been this way, has it not?
Ah, Vargo, do you really think the others can't see you through your disguise? Or what if I already know where your wolf pup is hiding? Okay, these two are low-key kind of menacing, even if they're kind of goofy. Inside you, there are two wolves. One is a gilf. The other is a lazy sad sack. If Red can't smell out Vargo's Fang, how could she have killed Crown Slayer's master? True. Okay, PV-3. Dishonored Guest. We got another hour. Mafia in this day and age? Oh please, we're registered law-abiding citizens now. Every hunter runs into a wolf before they go into the wastes. The wolf says, mulberry wood makes sturdy bows, and stones can be sharpened into deadly blades, but you must shed the clothes on you to survive, for it is the only thing that does not belong in the barrens. Get naked! No one would believe it. So the hunter who kept his long coat on was caught by tree roots protruding into the corner of his coat, ensnared by vines so tightly he could not move until he heard the beasts encircling him. Another hunter covered himself head to toe in armor, was washed away by the river current when the water rushed into the tiny gaps between the metal plates, dragged down into the mud of the riverbed. Only one hunter took the wolf's advice and received a gift from him. The wolf tore his own pelt and placed it onto the hunter. The fur fit him so well as if he was born with it. It helped the hunter survive countless dangers unscathed. The pelt was so smooth and clean. When the hunters left the wilderness, not a speck of blood could be found on it. And the hunter never took it off. Remember one? 8 p.m. Back with Umberto and the handsome tailor boy.
Even the hunter's descendants had a custom of wearing clothing so fitting yet comfortable, and slowly it evolved into the suit that you commonly see on Syracusans today.
Wait. Huh. The origin of the suit in the Arknights universe. When 3 hunters went out into the wilderness, one of them came back with a snazzy suit given by a beast lord. They were like, "Hey yo, that's a snazzy suit. Let's all wear suits like that. Call me dye workwear by the way I give clothing lore." No, you've been telling me this story ever since I was a baby. I still don't get it. I've grown up and you're still telling it.
Lucino, I'm nearly done with these 2 suits. We just need to sew on these buttons. You accepted this order on your own accord, so we must be meticulous in our work, no matter who the client is. Go fetch the buttons from the back. You won't miss them. They'll have the Saluzo's emblem.
Shouldn't I first bring them to Senorina Lapland for a fitting? Then we adjust the clothes afterward, as you taught me.
It's fine that Saluzo Senorina doesn't need it. I'll decide if they need any alterations.
Can we blame Emperor for that, though? Sounds like an Emperor thing. I mean, all Emperor wears is just print t-shirts. But she didn't request to skip the fitting.
I know what's on your mind, boy. Sometimes our clients request complicated designs. Sometimes they don't even have a picture of it in their heads. But it's not our place to probe too much. Remember, Lucino, Tailor de Montano did not gain our reputation purely from our precision tailoring. Perhaps people and materials are the same. Know them before making any move. Yeah, go get those buttons. It's time to finish this order.
Okay. I just noticed Umberto's cane has measuring marks on it. Interesting world building. The man uses his own cane as his measuring stick for clothing. Lucino looks at the 2 beautiful sets of attire. They're completely different to any suit his grandfather has ever made. Saluzo Signorina. I mean, they don't know. These guys are just tailors. They don't know about Lapland. They think she's just some princess of some family. They don't know the darkness that hides in her heart. A magnum opus, to be sure, worthy of the made by the Montano labels. He just wishes to be a part of that. Lucino subconsciously pats his pocket. Inside are a few buttons he privately made himself. He engraved them with the Saluzo emblem. I'll get them at once, Nono. I kept you waiting outside for quite long, didn't I? Please come in. You can't delay Senor Antonio's commission any longer, Umberto. The old dawn's about to arrive, and if you start now, you could still finish it in time before the Carnevale. Push back your other commissions and come with me to Venezia trucking. We won't take too much of your time. My current commission is also one I can't disappoint. The mafiosos get their snazzy suits from somewhere? Apparently from this shop. All of the Dons want their suits from here. Also, he was also telling that ancient story about the wolves. This shop is probably as ancient as that story. No, I heard someone come in. Berto, you don't actually have to make those measurements yourself. Wanna go meet a real somebody, ragazzo? Huh? Somebody? No, I... Lucino, you give me the buttons. Yes. Here. The young tailor nervously looks at his Nono's face. Not bad. But not good enough for these 2 outfits, Lucino. But I compared them so many times. They're practically the same. Once you sew enough buttons, you'll be able to tell if they'll fit or not just by touching them.
go fetch mine.
Here, all here. I just wanted to help you out.
Berto, I think you're being too hard on the kid, personally.
Keep practicing, Lucino. Yes, practice. I'll be good and get back to it once I get back your medicine.
Senor, surely you could tell this boy is too reckless. You amuse me, Umberto.
Apologies, but my recent Carnivale commissions leave me with no time at all to go with you. I promise you I'll personally go over to apologize once I'm done here. Of course, I'll pay for any subsequent expenses as well.
You really think Senor Antonio cares all about that? All I care about is that I can enjoy the Carnival in peace, Umberto.
Umberto de Montano. Figured you'd be here. Who is this?
Yes!
No, don't fade to black! Don't fade to black! Ritorno a casa. The Vulpo returns home. Parte 2! Mamma mia! Oh, you shouldn't be here, Zaro. You lost your fang in this round. So you ought to return to the Barrens and wait for the next round to begin. Why is Granny kinda menacing? Why is she low-key menacing?
Calm down, Caesar. I know you have the best odds at being the alpha of this round, but there's no way I can just sit and wait.
Oh, I smell a strong human scent on you. Have you already picked up a new toy? If you did, then why did you come find me? Were you hoping I would console you, Zaro?
I'm fed up with how you deceive and trick your little pup, Grandma. I summoned you here to share an interesting secret, where the last unidentified fang is hiding.
You're out of your game, yet you still try to interfere.
Outsiders make the most eager audience.
He didn't pick up a new toy, he got picked up. Yeah, he's a stray dog.
Caesar, the bloody stench beneath your merciful appearance and your thirst for victory. I've always been able to sniff them out despite your efforts. Besides, I don't care if you're interested in any information or not. I'm merely relishing in it. Your pup has a keen sense of smell. A pity our unidentified fang has spent decades cleaning the scent of wolf off himself.
Huh. There's a fang that we haven't met yet in this game. Aside from Project Red, presumably Lapland. Aside from Luna Cub, there is a he-him. Unless, of course, they're talking about Crown Slayer's mentor. That's the only unidentified fang that would fit the bill. But he's dead. No shot. Hey, yo!
Umberto de Montano, a pathetic traitor. Taylor.
Umberto is a fang? Okay, no wonder he knew about the ancient story. Zaro, I guarantee that when this round ends, you'll savor the pain of our bite.
Caesar, your anger is as delicious as ever. Fortunately, I'm not even the first wolf to challenge our rules.
Yeah, Crown Slayer's mentor got killed already. The unidentified fang they were talking about was Umberto de Montan.
A Vulpo, you a tourist? Sorry, Taylor de Montano's all stuffed up with orders right now, so commissions are closed.
You're the boss here.
Who cares if I am or not?
He does not dare to finish his sentence. Same. Because he has just seen the blade in her hands. Right. How long has it been since anyone in this city walked around freely with a weapon in their hand? A smile remains on the woman's face, but he has a feeling one more word from him and her blade will surely stab through his throat, even if they are in Nuova Volsini right now.
Senora, this man is an employee of Venezia Trucking.
Trucking? The familia sure has changed a lot since I left.
Pulpo, the scar on her face, the suit, and that blade. The homicidal lunatic that defected and left the familia. But 6 years ago, didn't she already? You should go, senor. Please send Senor Antonio my regards. Of course, my prior promise to you remains true. Cazzo. Grazie, Umberto.
Welp. Aura. She was just aura farming. Notice how you could barely see the sword? Right there.
Senora Venezia, you don't seem to have changed much.
No shot! Ooh! Bro, when they teased that suzerain came from a Syracusan family, ooh, little did we know that she was literally born of family royal blood. Suzerain is a Venezia? Of the Venezia Trucking? Of the Venezia family? You know me.
Your photos were always on the newspapers, dominated the headlines for a long time. I thought you would have informed your family first about your return to Siracusa.
I left them many years ago. I came here looking for you.
Yet you're not here to kill me. There's a familiar scent on it. Vargo.
Yes, he found me in Hingashi through his connections, and we made a deal. Huh. Ooh, Hingashi flashback. One of the only moments we're graced with a picture of Hingashi outside of the Monster Hunter event. When are we gonna get a full-fledged ass event here, aside from the Monster Hunter one? Are you sure you want to have a conversation while you bask in the sun and roll around the red leaves? Slack curly beast aristocrat. Big yawn. How else? I wouldn't have bothered helping that wolf out if I knew, if not for the tiny bit of friendship we have. So, if you want me to return to Siracusa and act as a bodyguard for someone to solve a problem, do that, and you'll know the truth you've been chasing after. Why you couldn't find the culprit who hurt your daughter despite all the heads you took, and who exactly that is. Hey, yo! Is this how we're tying it in together? Are we finally gonna find out which family sent the bomb that gave little suzerain little Lisa? Lisa Venezia! Orbity. Are you serious? You're not making up an excuse to chase me away from this place?
Your choice to believe it or not. Other than him, I should be the only one in this entire shrine who doesn't hate you. You raid the place whenever you come in here just to see him, and that makes me quite happy. Life at the shrine would be so dull otherwise.
Damn! Mama raids a Hingashi shrine just to see her husband every single time. You know you could just go through the front door, right? Unless, of course, there's a reason why Mr. Husband has to be kept here.
To be honest, I kind of want to follow you back to Syracuse for a little walk.
You're talking about a deep swamp. Your stubbornness and hobby of rolling about in the grass won't like it there. Ngashi's story when? I don't know. Tell him I'm going back.
Not telling him yourself.
It's for Lisa. He'll understand. I better see Suzerain by the end of this event. I better see a reunion where Rhodes Island just stops by and they get reunited. Don't lock it behind the archives, please. RNGesus has not gifted me Mamma Mia just yet. And I'm not willing to pull for her. After I came back to Syracuse, I also met with Senor De Lupi. What? Wait. Huh? What? You met with Zaro? You, Umberto de Montano. I honestly could not have imagined he really would choose someone like you if he hadn't stated your very name. What? Wait. Umberto is Zaro's new fang? He couldn't tame Lapland. He met with Vargo. Oh. Sure, okay. Senor De Lupi is just a title. I'm just used to always referring to Zaro as Senor De Lupi. There is another he-him wolf, my bad.
A humble tailor like myself.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how Vargo described me to you, but we do subtly differ in our views on some matters.
You don't look so good, Umberto. Vargo told me the wolves always choose humans with some sort of impressive talent, but your health is quite poor. That Ragazzo who just left, he's your...
Lucino is a bright boy, but he can't just accept the fact that time is unbeatable. I'm old, Ingrid. Simple as that. Is Vargo well?
I can't tell with them. Did he not come to you?
We haven't seen each other for many years. I thought he'd long abandoned.
Maybe he just didn't want to taint you with his scent and risk putting you in danger. That's my guess.
Is that so?
To be honest, I've no interest in finding out what happened between you and Vargo. I'm just here to solve a problem for you. He told me how to distinguish the other fangs. I was thinking, why not take the first move and give them hell instead? Ingrid, why are you offering this? Why are you offering this to help out Vargo? What's in it for you? Oh yeah, that's right. Oh, interesting. Maybe Vargo knows. It's all about Lisa. At the end of the day, it's all about Lisa when it comes to Ingrid. Probably knows something. What do you think?
It seems you can't refuse the conditions he gave you. But this swamp is difficult to leave, once you make even just half a step into the mud.
Interesting. The Fang is getting back in action. But this time, I think it's Ingrid who's just gonna fight in place of Umberto. He's an old man. He's sickly. Probably made conditions with Vargo that she would fight in Umberto's place.
I'll meet Senor Alberto soon. Should I explain the suit design in detail? I can't. Nona will get mad if he finds out. But if Senor Alberto asks me about it, surely I can't refuse to answer. Becoming acquaintances with the Don of Familia Saluso could be good for us. I might even manage to get better medicine for Nono. Or maybe I could even bring him to Colombia to see even better doctors. Stop spiraling, Lucino. The address from Signorina Lapland, it was this way if I'm not wrong. Huh? A truck? Oh! Why is it so fast? It'll hit the... Hey! No! Wait! Did someone run a truck into the tailor shop? Lucino hugs the intricate box containing the suits as he stands on the street corner and witnesses the accident happen. A truck fully loaded with goods suddenly crashes into a car that was just about to turn at the intersection.
Wait. What time is this? November 5th! I didn't notice! I thought it was still November 6th! This is on the day of the incident! I didn't notice. Glass shards scatter all over. The vehicle frame's wrecked out of shape. A tire pops out of the truck. Help! Help them out! The incident. Merda. Everyone's gone to the main street for the show. Hey, just hold on. Hold on in there. I'll get you out. Huh? What are these hidden inside the tires?
Here, Gambino. The car we had our sights on. That was just a damn coffee break. What the? Oh, we're done for. We were unlucky enough getting assigned to dirty work with none of the credit. Now something just had to happen to get the goods under our eyes. Much worse than that, I'm afraid. Look at the car that got hit. Look familiar to you? Why do you even care who the hell got hit? Hey, yo! Wait, that's the Untuzos. I gotta say, what you said about going back to London wasn't so terrible after all. Oh, let's get out of here before the cops and boss find out. We'll slowly settle the accounts between us after we're back there. We told to get a still sliver of hope here. There's no way we could just throw in the towel now. But don't forget why we came here to Nova Vocini, why we joined Venezia Trucking. No Signora Cecilia, no Grey Hall, no restrictions from the other family. Who knows? We might even manage to make up a familia of our own, Gambino. See the kid across the street in the box? He's the only witness. Maybe he caught a glimpse of the goods stashed inside the truck too. Ah, gotcha. Up to us to decide if he saw anything. You're such a scumbag, Capone. Just trying to keep myself alive. And leave a good impression on the boss at the same time. Let's go. Take him. Tell him we got the sole witness with us. The goods. That's for those again to think about. Don't forget, boss stressed again that we're just cover. As for Leon Tuzo, look, he's fine. A job. Gotta get that kid before someone else does.
They kidnapped Lucino! Are you here to help? Over here! Someone's still inside the car. Ugh. Well, that was unlucky.
Lights out. I'll carry him. The box he was carrying. Take it with us. Don't leave any clues behind.
Uh-oh. These bozos just picked up Lapland's new attire. Someone's gonna be mad.
You sure no one saw us? Obviously. The first thing I did here was to survey the surrounding area. Go.
Well, these bozos are gonna get the wrath of Lapland yet again. Close. The cafe is quiet, save for the occasional electric buzzing from the shop sign at the entrance. Closed for 3 days. Customers new and old do vote for my daughter, Ophelia, at the show contest. A week of free coffee for everyone if she wins the right to light up the parade's cars on Carnivale. There she is! That's another Fang accounted for. Everyone is just gathering for the Carnivale. Smell. It's strong. I know you ran in here. Twing! Sparks fly when a passing arrow strikes the dagger in Project Red's hand, and the impact numbs her hand slightly. Quick reflexes. No wonder I'm not done hunting yet. Who is this? Wait, Ground Slayer? But I've got you now. Huh? Swing! I caught you. Who's this? Everyone is here! Well, how are we gonna explain this to Rhodes Island HR? Don't kill yourselves out here. Ow! If you weren't a Fang, I wanted to invite you to the pack. Too bad Agnes wouldn't agree. Grandma is waiting for me. I must hunt you. And then the last one. Huh? Having second thoughts? No, not anymore. I don't want to let Kelsey down. Grandma even more. You two are both Rhodes Island operatives. I say you cease and desist. Best not to get too close to a hunter. Luna Cub turns around as she shoots an arrow and quickly slams into a window, shattering it and escaping into the streets. Don't move. I won't miss this time for sure. I need to confirm one thing with you before I drag you back to Agnes. I see Vargo was telling me the truth. Grandma? The wolf pack is restless. Oh, no, never mind, it's Ingrid. Mommy? Mama? Mother? I spent quite the effort to find you two. Though the rest will be simple to do. Please don't kill them. Please. As if anything would pierce their plot armor. Although... Nah, never mind. You have a smell that Agnes hates, but you're not a Fang. You know her, Project Red. Just show yourself. I won't shoot on sight. No. But her blade, sharper than mine. For real? There's no telling who'll win like this. I know. I will reach her first. The red figure dashes towards Ingrid. Luna Cub quickly turns to aim at the blade-wielding Vulpo. Not before my arrow does. 3 shots, and I'll have her cornered. Swing! Behind you. Trying to distract me. What? I've handled tougher fights in Siracusa with many more people on the other end. But I'm always the last one standing. No exceptions. Aura. 3 arrows lodge into her sword sheath. Don't treat humans like beasts. Your hunting skills won't work on me. We can certainly continue to try. Same goes for you, Project Red. Well, they're outdone. This isn't over yet. My blade, not sharp enough. Come. You can't hide from me forever. I won't wait any longer for Vargo's answers. Are the police here actually working? I should go. The accident, the fangs, and the Familia Venetia's shadow. I see Siracusa is welcoming me back with even bigger surprises. Mother. Damn! Mother just aura farming this chapter. Damn! Also, Luna Cub and Red are here. Okay. The next day, 6th, 11 p.m. Undercover Officer A. Don't mistake him for Undercover Officer C and Q. Come back around to the same old duo. I recommend I own the Gabagoo! Gabagoo, a pizzeria, mamma mia! I'm just channeling it back in. I recommend the red tongue sour. They say it's made like how the Sami do. Are you mad, Manny? Ordering cocktails at a winery will be laughed out here. Didn't we taste a similar looking one when we were in Colombia last month? I just wanted to reminisce about our honeymoon a little, tesoro. Remember our undercover classes at Police Academy? Sometimes we have to be conspicuous to cover the others. The judge needs more time to clear the bystanders from here. You sure you didn't pull that just because you wanted to drink it? I swear, tesoro. Shh, softer, money. I thought this Nova Volsini would be much more lenient. Who is this? Senorina, why not have a drink on me? A cocktail, of course. Dimitri. Gerard Rex looking ass. Let's just say it's a local custom. And he's here. Senor, thank you for your generosity, but it is not your place to offer my... I think there's been a misunderstanding. My offer has not been directed at you, officer. It's been a while, Lavinia. Care for a drink? You've been standing in that dim corner for a long while. I was just wondering how long it'd take before you'd pay and leave. I don't have to worry about the bill here. The Saluzos never treat their important guests poorly. Besides, Umberto informed all of his wineries in advance. Feel free to taste the wines as you please, were his words. I never knew you were on such cordial terms with the Saluzos. What are you and Alberto doing together? And surely you can't be working as a bartender here. Why you gotta give this man a CG? Also, he already has, in this CG, he already has his Rhodes Island monitor bracelets. So he's already an operator by this time. How? Why? Usually the sprites are incongruent with the CGs. This time they're making it known. This guy's already an operator at this very moment. Lavinia, I didn't come here to be interrogated. I'm deeply concerned for Leon. That's the only reason for our meeting tonight. Oh, right. He's still in a coma. He's still in critical condition. What kind of answer are you expecting from me? Or should I say, what kind of answer are you afraid of? Leon Tuzo? He's just being treated? I mean, sure. But I mean, 99% chance that he's probably gonna be a playable operator. Yeah, he's being treated. Surely. Surely, with this design, sometime, somewhere, when we get to the sequel of this event, surely. The fact that you're here means his condition isn't that bad. I still can't meet him. This trio is so funny. That we have Lavinia, Leon Tuzo's girlfriend, and then we have Dimitri, Leon Tuzo's boyfriend. I love this trio. This is my boyfriend's boyfriend, Dimitri. They could have just abandoned that already. You don't have to ask a question you already know the answer to. Leon is mi fratello. I just hope he's safe and sound. A fratello to you? Or Bellones traitor? Lavinia, everyone who stayed in the Bellones had valid reasons for hating him. I hate him too. I don't agree with his choice and how he does things today, but I wouldn't deal with him in such a despicable way. Well, that won't serve as a valid testimony to clear you from suspicion. Leon got into an accident right before he was supposed to meet you, and you were inside a restaurant near the scene. There is a reason to suspect you. Oh, so he was the one in the restaurant that they set up a long time ago. He was the one watching by the restaurant. Then, Your Honor, what will you do? Call me into your court and slowly interrogate the truth from me? I know many of the customers here today are in fact officers. I won't arrest you without decisive evidence. This is how the law operates. We won't act according to the rules of family. My suspicion towards you remains. I'll get to the bottom of this. No matter if you're innocent or not, no matter who was involved, I will get to the truth. You don't see how we're getting another Syracusan event? Never say never. I never say never to another Kazimesh event. Please, Hypergriff. It's been 5 years since the Kazimeshan Major. It's time for another one. We need a Maria Neural altar. It's literally 5 years after the Kazimesh Major. It's time for another one. Dimitri looks at Lavinia's determined eyes and sighs.
You haven't changed at all, Lavinia. Still the same as your newbie judge days, that in question of me at dawn. I never liked you that much, but thank you for taking care of Leon for me. Also, I still have to say, I'll also investigate Leon's accident. I want to know who that culprit is, too. They're both looking for the perpetrator.
Which was technically just Samir, but Samir is just a fall guy for them. But someone had to have meddled with the brakes of the truck. And all roads are pointing to Lapland and Zaro. Why? I don't know. You think I would know what goes on in the minds? In the minds of those psycho-ass wolves? Dimitri fetches a nearby wine bottle. And gently pulls the cork open. The liquid swishes within. Only half remains.
Someone gifted me this bottle. I had planned to invite Leon to try it. Should have been the one sitting here. Anyway, this glass is on me. Can I really not see him, Lavinia?
He leans on the counter, waiting for her to answer. But the judge looks at the glass of red wine and says nothing.
Fine. No need for me to remain here. Now would you guys excuse me? Or are you planning to detain me under some special procedures for the family under the new Management Act? There's no more familia here, Dimitri. So I guess I'll go. As you please.
There are laws here in Nova Volsini. We do not just detain people without warrants. Also, who the fuck is this new gilf? Why do they keep adding gilfs to this game? Who is this? Is that... It can't be. No shot. He's wearing the Saluzzo emblem. Is this Grandpappy Saluzzo? What the fuck? Hey, yo. Why is every man in this fucking family a silver daddy? Okay, I guess we see where Lapland gets it from. Cause they're based. I'm not complaining. Welp. We got a new Saluzzo in the mix. Great, now there's 3 of them.
As laid back as ever, Venezia, senor.
Wait, Venezia? What? Huh?
Do your men know their Don is currently sitting in an ordinary restaurant right now, while they're waiting to welcome him at the port?
Venezia This is in the Saluzzo? Is this Suzerain's grandpapa? Hey, yo! Suzerain's grandpa is a gilf? Not that I'm complaining. Venezia, senor. Ingrid's father, supposedly. The head of the Venezia family.
Come have a seat, my friend. This restaurant isn't as ordinary as you think. I found a chef here from Sicilia. Makes the most authentic bolognese? Bolognese, you should try some. The younger ones love talking about the future, which isn't a bad thing. However, some traditions shouldn't be abandoned, especially when it comes to Syracusan cuisine. Anyone who's tried innovating a new Saluzzo wine-making method would surely be buried 6 feet under in a vineyard for fertilizer. That's right. This bottle of noble rot wine is the first of our new collection. Take it as a welcome gift. 1069. A good year. I can find all of the Saluzzo's vino vintages and subsidiary brands on my rack, but it's been a long time since I've received a bottle from you personally. We haven't been in contact much, Alberto. just a decade. The Morettis ignored the Dodici family's ban on competing with the other family to monopolize the Originian trade, and recklessly tried to wipe us out. Familia Venezia stepped in as a mediator back then. You are certainly worthy of our respect. Recklessly tried to wipe us out. Maybe I'm just old and my memory is failing me. But as I recall, it was the Morettis who vanished from Siracusa. You swallowed all their Originium businesses, secured your seat in the Grey Hall, and that granted the Saluzos the current status in Siracusa today. I'm sure you've experienced more like this than I have. Where sparse communication has been a boon to us. No one knows what Senora Cecilia would think of our meeting here. Really? She banned the Carnivale herself. Yet, it's come back from the dead. Perhaps she is much more tolerant of Siracusa than we or everyone else in the Grey Hall could imagine. A brand new city celebrating one of the oldest festivals. Surely no one would miss attending. The young ones at the City Hall are simply doing this to declare that Siracusa will change inside out from here. I just thought of the late Bernardo. Self-righteous fool. Not very nice to badmouth a friend who's no longer here. I saw trucks going in and out while the police directed traffic, and I couldn't even tell a single family member from the unmasked pedestrians. Even the weather here is better than the other Syracusan cities. To be honest, the family might not disappear the way Bernardo wanted, but I was finding it hard to believe that this was still a Syracusan city until you showed up. The Venezias have integrated into the city well, senor. From the city place construction work to the founding of the new government, your familia never showed up even once. The Nuova Volsini officially started operating, and the Venezias went quickly to work. Anton is in charge of all of that. Your son-in-law is indeed quite capable. Venezia Trucking has never flouted any of the new Urban Management Act rules, and even works with City Hall to investigate illegal acts by the other family. The younger ones are always more eager to get with the times than we are. But time is unable to sweep the family's stain away. You know that better than me with what vehicle company is doing under the table. I suppose that is enough gossip for today, Alberto. I've been wondering what you'd finally start talking about the business at hand. When you'd start talking about business at hand. You knew what I was going to talk about. Not many stories in Siracusa today. These days, no matter where you heard it from, or whatever it is you're planning, this old man might not be able to do much. Be it the City Hall or Anton, be it a threat or offer to collaborate, I have nothing to do with it all. Times have changed. I can't say if I like it or not, but I definitely can't stop progress. So I thought, why not leave it to the younger generation instead?
Okay, Grandpappy is kinda chill.
Not afraid they'll screw it up. Or why not wait and see? The Venezias climbed to our current position in just three generations, and not just because of the older generation sticking with their views. We have Vulpos, Peros, Lupos with no blood relations. It is precisely because we accept anyone with ideas with open arms that we are what we are today. What I'm doing now is no different than what the old Don did. I came here just to enjoy the festival, but I'm happy you were the first person I saw. But old men like us ultimately need to act with decency. Decency? I see it's still a favorite in your dictionary. That is why we Venezias have managed to stick together to this day. The Familia's decency frames what we should do and can't do. What say you, Alberto? One else and I would have called beast shit, but you, I can only admit that it's truly valuable in Siracusa. Mind getting me some spaghetti bolognese? Bolognese? I'm sorry. You'd best open this noble wine now instead of bringing it back to Montelupe. I'm craving some myself after seeing you enjoy your meal. After all, I fear a chance for a leisurely meal like this will be quite rare in the future.
Just two silver daddies chatting it up. Just a bunch of grandpas spilling tea with each other. Umberto never has to look at the clock when working. No way. Wait a minute. Is someone gonna kill Umberto right now? He silently counts the number of times the sewing machine's needle bobbed up and down. This is his favorite way of counting time after bidding farewell to his past life. But now, he dreads the sound of the needle. The old man's eyes are puffy from his long, excruciating day, but he forces himself to keep on sewing to keep it together.
Is that you, Lucino?
Senor Umberto?
Oh, it's you, Anna.
Yes, I'm here to collect the suit I ordered. I formally start at City Hall tomorrow. Is Lucino out?
He had something to do. Wait here while I get your suit.
He got kidnapped by the bozos.
How is it?
It fits perfectly. Grazie mille.
No need. You paid me for this.
But you used an even better material for it.
You waited so long for City Hall to get back to you and worked so hard for the position too. Of course you deserve a better suit. Treat it as a greeting gift from us when we moved here. Neighbors should take care of each other.
We're so lucky to have you as our tailor, senor. Right, I know Lucino hates sitting around, and I wanted to give him this ticket to the Carnivale show contest rehearsals. It is a good seat. Could you give it to him for me? Everyone knows you only want the best for the boy, but sometimes it's good to let him live a little. He should enjoy his life sometimes, right?
Grazie. I'll pass it on to him.
I gotta tell you, your boy has a keen eye. When I was here last month queuing for measurements, he was excitedly telling me which customers were important government officials or familia guys. He's so proud you're making clothes for those higher-ups.
Clever boy indeed. But most of our customers, most people who look for a tailor are actually just regular civilians. It's rare they get a reason to come here, a rare job opportunity, a beautiful wedding, an even dignified funeral. Everyone deserves the decency of tailoring. We at Tailor de Montano hopes to operate for a long time on this basis.
Sir, you are raising your death flags. Stop.
I admire you, Senor Umberto. I'm sure Lucino will be an excellent tailor in the future with a great teacher like you.
Stop! Stop with the death flags!
Lucino, hold on to my hand tight. Do you want to live together with me from today onwards?
Child had just barely turned 3 when Umberto found him in a farm with mud all over his face.
Your eyes are like his, like my son. You cry?
The curious child extends his hand to wipe away the tears from Umberto's eyes, but leaves a filthy gray mark instead.
What happened to your Papa, Lucino? I won't ever allow it again.
Interesting. I don't know, this is just my headcanon. Maybe Lucino's papa was a familia that was just, dead in the line of duty. Maybe Lucino's papa was a fang? ?
You look haggard, senor. Do you need help?
Just age getting to me. Not getting enough rest lately.
Anna?
Tomorrow's day is your first day at work. Your brand new suit won't do all the work of impressing your colleagues. Have an early rest. Oh, feel free to get it ironed here anytime. I will close early today and get some rest.
Alright. Ciao, Senor Umberto. Find us anytime if you need anything. Does he know? Umberto holds the ticket in his hand and slumps before his sewing machine. He feels powerless. After a brief silence, he dials a number. Is he worried about Lucino? He hasn't come back yet? Is he gonna call up a favor? I know there's no cause to contact you, but this is the only way I have left. Lucino's been missing for a whole day. I can't go to the police. I'm afraid that the boy might have gotten himself mixed in some mob matter. You're listening. I beg you, help me find him. He's the only thing this old man is concerned about. Please, Senora Venezia. Oh, Mama! Ingrid! Where are the bozos at? Where'd they bring Lucino? Your Honor, Dimitri's gone. Should we pack up as well? Just hold on. Your face is kinda red. Did you drink too much? Tell the others to continue tracking the vehicle responsible for the accident while we continue investigating the suspects. It'll be hard pinning someone down this way. Indeed, Dimitri, Alberto, and a missing driver. We have many suspects, but I think there are other ulterior motives behind this incident. Ever since Nuova Volsini was founded, there have been many eyes on us. Like that customer who hasn't left yet. Lavinia looks at a corner. The winery. The winery lights are bright. Let's set the mood. This is a noir. The winery lights are bright, but the wine racks cast a shadow in the corner. With the Volpo sitting, the dark within. Her bottle's already half gone. And she's already been keeping her distance from everyone else this whole time. So much so that no one has noticed her blade blatantly left on the table. So that's why you didn't want to call it a day yet. There's a strange Volpo sitting there, watching. Judge Lavinia, yes? Tipsy Mama? To be honest, your actions today and your scatterbrained officers are giving me a headache. I had planned to pry any interesting information from talkative drunkards here, but it turns out you're the only one left I can count on. How do you know my name? And why don't we have a seat first? Sorry. I had my intentions to eavesdrop on your conversations earlier, but a judge and Familia Dawn? A classic combination not to be missed. Volpo points at her ridiculously large ears and gives a wry smile. Okay, Volpos confirmed to have good hearing. Because why wouldn't they? What can I say? I don't know if a good hearing really helps. Right. Ingrid, my name. Now we're even. Mama? Ooh. Setting the stage of this noir introduction between a woman of justice and a woman of the shadows. In this dank bar, somewhere in the city of Nuova Volsini, two lively, tipsy women begin talking with a sword on the table. All pretenses have been dropped. You've been staring at my blade for a long time. Oh, it's just a prop. I can register it at the city hall if needed. I've been away from Siracusa for too long and haven't gotten used to the new rules yet. Ingrid, I think you know very well these promising officers around us won't be much help. Aren't they all under you? Does Nova Volsini have the police and judiciary together in the same unit? That should be me. That should be me in place of penance. Mother should be looking at me in that way. We make do with what we have in these times. They're also serious about their work.
will gladly escort you over to City Hall for your identity registration, Senora Venezia. Sure, but after I'm done with my business. I won't take too long, Lavinia. Today I'm just a visitor doing some visiting. Ingrid sips a mouthful of wine and lets Lavinia inspect her blade. Oh my. Ayo. You're here for the Carnivale? Oh, for my daughter. She was hurt. Peripathy. An accident. Any other questions? I'll be happy to answer. Shush! Senora Venezia, I hope you don't get the wrong idea, but this isn't an interrogation. Oh, it's alright. I've crossed paths with judges before. I have no particular opinions on the profession. It's not your determination as a judge to crack the case, but your kind concern for a patient that has won my respect. You know something about the incident, even though we've been keeping it confidential. I've already told you about my sharp ears, Lavinia. So, who is still in a coma? A relative? An important friend? Sorry, I'm not answering that. I see accidents do come easy in Syracuse. No need to be so vigilant, Lavinia. I can guarantee you my return here has no plans to involve myself in any familiar affairs. Perhaps we may even have a chance to exchange information. The two are interrupted by the sound of the winery door opening. The new addition stands at the entrance until the sommelier quickly steps up and humbly takes his coat. Sommelier? Senora Venezia, I knew you'd be here. Wasn't easy tracking you down. I told the old Don about our run-in at De Montano, and he specifically told me he wanted to see... The new guest looks at Lavinia's direction and shuts his mouth. Hey, yo! That should be me! That should be me staring daggers at! That should be me! Hey, yo! Lavinia and Ingrid stare at the flustered guest in unison, and the surrounding officers, pretending to be drunks, follow suit. The whole bar stares at you. Senor, we've decanted your wine for you. Allow me to show you the way. No, it's fine. I just remembered something. Oh, please. Oh, wait just a moment while I fetch you a bottle of our winery's newest. My Tuspi's back home is giving birth today. I shouldn't miss it. Lavinia watches him hurriedly grab his coat back from the sommelier. He puts it on back and even tips his hat off to her before he leaves. Back to business! So earlier this year, that man was jailed for 3 months for attempting some trouble. I didn't think I'd see him out so soon. Of course, he absolutely did it on his own and had no relations at all with Venezia Trucking. Your Honor, I'm starting to think if I should hold you in higher esteem. The mafiosi were never this afraid of a judge in the old Syracuse. Well, Senora Venezia, I actually prefer your attitude. No particular opinions on the profession. What Syracuse should revere is the law itself, not certain individuals. Yuri alert. I mean... She has a way with words. She's a fox. Unlike Volpos and Lupos that may share... I don't know if they're sharing a bloodline or not. They're dogs, whatever. Unlike them, foxes are sly. A novel idea, though I fear I must get going now. Meet with your former Don.
I have no obligation to report every step of my trip to a judge, but I don't wish to complicate matters for you any further, Lavinia. As I said, I have no intentions of involving myself with familia matters. I have more pressing things to attend to, but I'll make sure I get them done before the identity registration deadline. Ah, you should cut down on the alcohol too. You can't hold your liquor well at all. Ooh, she's sharp. She's so sharp! She's so sharp! I feel like Lavinia was outplayed. Lavinia watches Vulpo leave and directs the eager officers with her eyes to stay put. He knows what all of you look like, so let's leave it to the others. Investigate Venezia trucking. It seems our old Don is already in town. Old Don? Okay, so the current Don of Venezia is Signor... Oh yeah. He's in town. Got it. Leon, I'm afraid the situation's getting even more troublesome. Bro, you're supposed to be undercover. What the fuck are you wearing, dog?
Your Honor, the tech department guys just sent over some data from the scene. We need you to review it.
Wasn't the Editors monitoring system broken?
It's not that. A private car that broke down was parked in the area for several days and its dash cam happened to record something. A suspicious individual was spotted in an alley. Look, the silhouette looks like a Vulpo, wielding a blade. Oh, what's the matter?
She was just here. Too soon and too late. Well. Things are getting spicier in I Portatori dei Velluti. But unfortunately, that's where we're going to end it for today. A lot of things happened. Lapland still somehow the wild card in all of this. Why am I not surprised? Something about Venezia trucking. Then we have the truckers union trying to save their asses. People trying to find out if it was an accident. That there was an assassination attempt at Leon Tuzo. Still don't know whether Zaro and Lapland did it on purpose or not, or it was just her shitty driving. It'd be so funny if we get to the end of this and we're like, nope, Lapland never planned for the assassination of Leon. She was just a shitty driver. And it led to the traffic accident with the truck, into T-boning Leon's car. God damn, that would be funny. Anyway, that's gonna be that for now. Thank you everyone that stopped by, chilled out in chat, used us as second monitor content, and stayed with us to react and read through our story reading of I Portatori dei Velluti. We will be back again, maybe next Wednesday for our continuation of our story reading, because this weekend we got EX stages on Saturday. Plus on Sunday we have Monster Prom Sundays, where we will be playing and hunting for more secret endings for Monster Prom 4. Once again, my name is Nez, and thanks for watching. We'll see you friendos next time. This weekend. Bye-bye!